Your home is a good first step, but you can do more. Always keep your guns locked, unloaded, and stored separately from ammunition. Safe gun storage saves lives. Learn how to make your home safer at endfamilyfire.org. That's endfamilyfire.org. Brought to you by End Family Fire, Brady, and the Ad Council.
What I know about courage, I learned from my adoptive mom. She said sometimes you just gotta hold on and know we'll get through this. Mom, we are so high up. Hold my hand.
No, you hold my hand.
Here we go.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. You can't imagine the reward. Visit adoptuskids.org to find out more.
I learned patience from my adoptive dad. All he had to say was,
"Hey, you got this. Just breathe." Hey, we're pretty good.
yeah.
Might have to start a band.
I got it.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. You can't imagine the reward. Visit adoptuskids.org to find out more. This message is brought to you by Adopt US Kids, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, and the Ad Council.
My mother was always very active and independent, and she was familiar with her neighborhood. But one day, she stopped at the stop sign for much longer than usual. She wasn't even really sure where she was at.
It's important for you to talk to someone about it. I felt so much better after my son told me, "Mom, we'll figure it out."
When something feels different, it could be Alzheimer's. Now is the time to talk. Visit alz.org/ourstories to learn more. A message from the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad.
This is Everett Fitzhugh, the radio voice of the NHL Seattle Kraken. And when I want to catch up with Youngstown sports, I tune in to Western Reserve Radio, WRDB, The Scourge.
Dedicated his life to helping people just like you. 20 years of experience, millions recovered. Al and his team bring passion and purpose to every case, whether you're local or coming from out of state. 702-625-8777. Free consultation, 702-625-8777. You won't hit voicemail. You'll reach a team that's ready to help. Lasso Injury Law, built on purpose, driven by results. He fights for you. LassoInjuryLaw.com. He's our lawyer. He's fantastic. Go get him out.
Sean Green and Ryan Kramer bring an energetic approach to sports betting to keep you entertained while sweating your bets on the Sports Gambling Podcast Live at VSiN.
There is something to the idea of the smart teams might be zagging. You see all the best offenses in the National Football League have a fullback. For receivers, if you're slow, a lot of teams just rule you out, I guess.
Yeah, that was what always held me back.
Join Sean and Ryan every Friday night at 10 p.m. Eastern on the Sports Gambling Podcast Live at VSiN, right here on the Sports Betting Network.
This is Follow the Money on VSiN.
All right, so a couple of things to get to here before more player props coming your way. Paulie will tell you about kicker props as well for the week. On that Houston-Jacksonville game I was talking about, Houston is 24th in run-stop win rate on the year. Jacksonville leads the league with 169.5 rushing yards per game. Their O-line ranks 5th with a 75.5% run block win rate. So Etienne is about 57.5, but Boot Scootin' Tootin', the rookie, is 22.5.
All right.
I would look to ladder him like 30 and 40 plus once those numbers pop.
Uh-huh.
And did you take a guess who the team might be to get shut out this week?
Is it the Cleveland Browns?
We have a winner.
All right. Well, I think they're the 85 Bears.
You think that's exactly right?
That's right. Parsons, here we go. Let Parsons hunt.
So here are some, look, are they going to get shut out? Unlikely. But this game could be a total dead under. Browns team total did the under as well.
He doesn't look like Kraft's going to play. They got good news.
How about that?
Yeah, he got hurt in practice.
I know.
Mean, he's got, God, the Packers now are snake bit.
So this is the matchup here, folks. The Browns on offense, their explosive play rate is 26th overall in the league. They have an explosive play on 7.7 other plays. Their average target depth is 6.1 yards. That is 30th. They are also 30th in offensive EPA per play. Also, offensive linemen are hurt for the Browns. Wyatt Teller, on top of that, has the worst pass block win rate among guards in the league. This is setting up to be a horrific game offensively against this team because the Green Bay defense, on top of everything I just told you about the Browns offense and how bad it is, the Green Bay defense so far top 3 in yards allowed per game, 238. EPA per play, success rate allowed, drive distance, only 23 yards allowed per drive, and explosive play rate allowed at 4.6%. They're elite in all those advanced numbers. The Browns offense, rock bottom.
Yep.
I will also say one other thing on this game. Cleveland has the number 1 rush defense in football.
Correct.
92 yards allowed so far in 2 games. Josh Jacobs has scored a touchdown in 11 straight going back to last year. How about the Browns defense shows up again on Sunday? He's here at Circa. The no touchdown for Jacobs is plus 155. That's an intriguing bet based on his opponent this week.
You got a quarterback who can't move against a team that unleashes hell and number 1 in pressures. It's a recipe for disaster. And I could smell a pick 6 coming as well.
100%.
You could, yes. Let's go. New England. 10 penalties per game. Clean it up, Vrabel. Worst pass defense in the league. See what happens with Gonzalez. Paul Bovey, I know you're listening. Enough's enough. Where's my steak? Mitch's coming. Also, the Jets, 21st in yards allowed, 30th in points. Can we stop with the Jets defense? Okay? Tampa should eat as well. I'm not concerned about the Jets defense. As everyone knows, Cincy can't run the ball as well. We'll see if they can get Brown going, but what Browning can do. I ran through all the numbers with Tennessee. Bad outfit, especially on third down. 0-9 ATS run at home. Raiders only allowing 16 points per game. Defense is hanging in there. Niners red zone issues, 17th in the red zone. Same thing with Houston. And Atlanta 4th in pressures and also in sack rate as well. And how about the Steelers? Can't run the ball. Giving up a ton of points. 28th in rushing yards allowed. Last 0-3 ATS start to a season, 2013.
Wow.
Think about that. So we thought they'd bounce back after what happened week 1 against the Jets, and it's Tomlin. That didn't happen. So, and the Jets bailed them out with some turnovers in that game too. So kicking props. Aubrey Dallas longest field goal. Aubrey over 1.5. You can read the article on vsin.com. All these stuff, the books that have it available as well. Fairbairn over 1.5. He's on a 13-2 over run. Great juice. Plus money still available in some spots. He was last week too, right? And I'm trying to think what I like better. Boswell over 1.5 or Boswell. I would say Boswell over 1.5 as opposed to Pittsburgh longest made field goal. It was weird. The kid for New England missed an extra point or 2, but then hit a long field goal, which was weird. So, but again, it's like Aubrey where Tomlin will trot him out from 60 and feel good about it, and he'll bang it through as well. So those usual suspects there as well, and another kicker that I love that's in the article there.
Is there a chance that in that Bears-Cowboys game that, again, this is going to go like last night, my whole thing of be careful with the kicker props because the Bills might not be settling for field goals a lot in the game. Now, they had 2 attempts. They made that one late, which was big. But are we going to be getting like a lot of stops where these teams are going to be facing like a 4th and 7 within field goal range and they say time to send out the kicker again? Because it could be where they're so successful like on 1st and 2nd down and they're facing like 3rd and short or 4th and short and they're inside field goal range, but they're like, yeah, we're not going to kick the field goal here. We're going to go for it on like 4th and 2. Because the Bears defense is complete disaster.
Could happen. Yeah.
Trying to get,
but the longest made is the, I mean, come on. $1.20, $1.10, it's a 3-way. But it's like if that's one you can't be upset if you lose. He's 9. Everyone would say, well, Tucker's the greatest all time, whatever, before the 89% career. This guy's 90% from 50 plus.
I know.
He's 27 of 30 career from 50 plus. I think there was a block in there too. So you're going to trot him out from 65, 60, no problem. And it's come on. And we did lose week 1, but think about what happened. We hit from 53. Elliott, who made 1 all year from 50 plus, hit from 58.
Well, see, and the thing is, like, again, do you see a number yet on him to have the longest field goal in the game? I don't think it's up at DK right now.
I don't know why it's not up. They usually, they're first to market that. They got field goals and everything else but that right now, which is weird.
Right. And like, to your point, again, if that's around even money where it was in the 3-way market, how often are you going to get a tie for the longest field goal of a game?
Yeah.
You have to go back and track that throughout history.
Yeah.
But if you can get like even money or in that range on him every game, like you said, That's a great number. Just like the Fairbairn stuff, right?
Oh, absolutely.
If they're still going to make him plus money, I got to bet that until it just loses over and over and over again.
Yep. And I see Mike Trout $1.40, 1.5 over total bases.
Yeah, if that range.
If that loses, it's like he's going to be swinging from out of his shoes tonight. Be ready to go. 1.5 in that ballpark against that pitcher.
I just want
knowing what's on the line. It just seems like the stars have aligned here. We've all made like a gentleman's agreement. Hey, it's a terrible game. Everyone come out to the ballpark just to see him hit number 400 here, and it's going to be a silver platter. We'd throw it right up to you to start. Right?
Is that how they're pitching it to Rockies fans? Hey, it's been a terrible season.
I know.
But if you come out tonight on Friday night, I promise you're going to get fireworks. We told our guys, come on, let's really serve it up here for Mike Trout tonight. I can't. This first at bat, if he goes yard tonight in his first at bat, I don't even. I will be dancing around the house for 5 minutes. I'll crank up the music. Our little fella Sebastian doesn't turn 18 months until or a year and a half till next month. He loves it when he plays certain music and he'll start dancing on his own.
Oh, really?
And it's such a cool thing to like watch happen. That's going to be happening my entire night at my house. If Trout goes deep, I'm going to be dancing with my little buddy Sebastian the whole time.
All right.
Went to a baseball game again last night.
Yeah?
The rain took him. I was a good.
He loves it. Got an arm for him. Got a nice arm off.
Yeah, very good arm.
Is he left-handed?
He's ambidextrous so far.
Get out.
And so we're throwing in pitches. He's already like hitting the ball a little bit. He bats both, and he knows how to grab the bat and go like this on both sides, and he swings both lefty and righty.
Interesting.
I have this is my first rodeo, so I don't know if like that's commonplace with little kids who started to take up sports. I have no idea.
Yeah. We did the Kershaw discussion yesterday. I have more numbers. Lowest career ERA, minimum 300 starts, live ball era. Kershaw number 1.
Yeah.
Whitey Ford, Sandy Koufax. Lowest pitcher ERA at a single ballpark, live ball era. DeGrom at Citi Field, Drysdale at Dodger Stadium, Kershaw, Dodger Stadium. Lowest ERA versus single opponent, live ball era. Seaver against the Padres, Kershaw against the Giants.
Wow.
It's these numbers are just ridiculous. What he's
3-time Cy Young.
Yeah.
2014 National League MVP. Tough to do, Paul.
Yeah, and it's
doesn't happen every year, obviously.
And it's priced appropriately tonight. 14.5 over -220.
Yeah.
Can he go 5? But I think the Giants can win the game. Good price on Ray. As the official horse racing partner of VEASAN, First Bet is built for bettors who demand more. First Bet isn't just about placing a bet. It's about helping bettors of all levels. Handicapping tools that provide data-driven insights help you make smarter bets. First Bet's in-app tools give you win, place, and show probabilities for each runner so you can quickly and easily identify good value plays and improve your ROI. Take advantage of a limited time $250 sign-up offer and to claim your bonus. Promo code VEASAN250 when you sign up in the First Bet app or at firstbet.com. Promo code VEASAN250.
Fun show, man. A lot of stuff to think about. A lot of stuff to get down on. A lot of props to look at. Great time of year. Great guests on the program again today. Luke and everybody on the show behind the glass doing a bang-up job all week. And thanks for checking us out here on VEASAN. Up next, we'll get to our best bets. I have to say that I think I've seen it all now with one of my bets that I lost last night.
Oh, no.
I have seen it all.
Oh, okay. I know where you're going.
What a,
I saw it, yeah.
What a kick to the breadbasket that was. Details coming up next.
Wake up and text. Text and eat. Text and catch the bus. Text and miss your stop. Wait. Text and be late to work. Sorry, I'm late. Text and work. Text and pretend to work. Text and act surprised when someone calls you out for not working. Who, me? Text and meet up with a friend you haven't seen in forever.
Hi.
Oh, hey. Text and complain that they're on their phone the whole time. Text and listen to them complain that you're on your phone the whole time. Text and whatever. But when you get behind the wheel, give your phone to a passenger. Put it in the glove box. Just don't text and drive. Visit StopTextsStopWrecks.org. A public service announcement brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Is that a faucet running?
That's not a faucet. That's a river rushing through the forest. Forest rivers provide over 100 million people with clean water to drink.
What? I can't hear you because of the vacuum.
That's not a vacuum. That's the trees in the forest cleaning up the air we breathe.
I didn't know the trees were so amazing.
Yep, and the forest gives us shade, trees to climb.
That's awesome. Let's go explore some more.
Visit the forest today and enjoy all it does, just for you. To learn more about the forest and find one near you, go to discovertheforest.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
Welcome to Calvin's Barbershop.
You all got to see this.
I don't even want to know what you're looking at on that phone.
Well, you should. I was learning about the dangers of high blood pressure and that we need to get ours checked regularly. High blood pressure can increase the risk of heart attack or stroke, but this text program can help keep it at a healthy range. Just text barbershop to 97779 to sign up.
I'll get right on it as soon as I'm done with this baby panda video.
Text barbershop to 97779. A message from the American Heart Association and the Ad Council.
It's important to plan ahead for emergencies, like the storm. When it kicked in, we had a plan.
Separated.
We were able to get in touch with each other in no time.
Idea how to find each other.
The whole experience was fine.
The most frightening 10 hours of my life.
If there's one piece of advice I'd offer other moms out there, it's to stay calm and keep to the plan.
Message.
Some parents plan ahead, some don't. Make sure you know where to find your family in an emergency. Start your plan at ready.gov. Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
You're listening to Western Reserve Radio at westernreserveradio.com on the Live 365 network and the Live 365 app.
Packers are 8-point favorites at Cleveland, Kelly. There's a number.
Please stand by for this special presentation of the iMedia One Network on the Live 365 Network and the Live 365 app.
Friday nights are hockey nights. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. From the UPMC Lemieux Sports Complex in Cranberry Township, Pennsylvania, the United States Hockey League is proud to present regular season game number 1 for your Youngstown Phantoms. Tonight, they take on the Tri-City Storm. Good evening, sports fans. My name is Matt Lipsack, the voice of your Youngstown Phantoms. Pleased to be bringing you the action this evening on Western Reserve Radio and Flow Hockey. Start of season number 10 behind the mic for me. Where has the time gone? Start of year number 4 with head coach Ryan Ward at the helm. Phantoms looking to get back to the top of the mountain and bring the Clark Cup back to the city of Youngstown after getting eliminated in the opening round of the playoffs last year, despite earning the top spot in the Eastern Conference. That quest for the Clark Cup begins tonight, game 1 out of 62. Phantoms went 3-1 in the preseason, dropped their preseason opener to the Muskegon Lumberjacks by the score of 3-2, beat Muskegon the next night by the score of 7-1. Then the next weekend, a home-and-home with the U18s. 4-3 shootout win And then I believe was a 5-3 victory in the preseason finale last Saturday night, just about 20 miles down the road from here in Cannonsburg at Printscape Arena. Plenty of changes to the Phantoms lineup from last year, but do have some key returners as well. Ryan Rusinski, Evan Jardine, Jack Hextall, Matty Bukowski, all back up front for Youngstown. Jack Wilson, Carter Murphy, Owen Leapak, all returning on the back end, and of course Owen's in the blue paint. Plenty of newcomers. Phantoms acquired Cooper Simpson and Jack Hamilton from the Tri-City Storm in a couple of different moves. Phantoms brought in JT Vini as a free agent ad. So lots of changes for the Youngstown fans. We'll be excited to see how it all shakes out here in Game 1. We're going to go ahead and step aside for a 4-minute timeout. When we come back, we will take a look at tonight's scratch report as well as the starting lineups. You're listening to the pregame show on Western Reserve Radio and Flow Hockey.
Discount Power Sports LLC is continuing to grow. They offer ATVs, dirt bikes, go-karts, electric bicycles, while offering off-road power sport repair services. Located at 758 North Main Street in Hubbard, right next to the newly renovated Village Tavern. Discount Power Sports LLC also offers financing and accepts all major credit cards. Discount Power Sports LLC. Find them online at discountpowersports.biz. Discount Power Sports LLC, where value meets adventure.
Are you tired of switching apps just to catch your favorite shows and live events? Say hello to the iMedia One Network app, your one-stop destination for streaming and everything that matters. From national sports to exclusive local content, Western Reserve Radio, Western Reserve Radio 2, and CityView Sportscast are now all in one place, anytime, anywhere. Download the free iMedia One Network app on iOS and Android and unlock the future of sports audio in the palm of your hand. The iMedia One Network, your sports app in the Valley. Are you ready to join the legacy? This is your chance to become part of something special with the Youngstown Patricians. Honoring the proud football tradition of the Valley, we're on the lookout for talented post-high school athletes who want to make their mark on the field. Whether you're a seasoned high school athlete, college, or former professional player, develop your skills and become part of a team that values hard work, dedication, and community spirit. Don't wait. Begin your path to the gridiron by visiting youngstownpat.com or contacting us on Facebook at the Youngstown Patricians. Be bold, be legendary, join the Youngstown Patricians today.
The stations that always keep you in the zone.
I love it.
It's awesome.
Western Reserve Radio, Western Reserve Radio 2, and CityView Sportscast, Youngstown, Ohio.
Veterans. The Mahoning County Veterans Service Commission is here to help you. Whether you served 5 years ago or 50 years ago, if you are honorably discharged from active military service, you may be eligible for benefits, including Veterans VA benefits, county financial assistance, assisted living benefits, and more. Our friendly and supportive staff is ready to help you. Go to mcveterans.org to see all of the benefits and services offered, or call today. The Mahoning County Veterans Service Commission, serving those who have served.
Passion, talent, development. NCAA hockey offers all that, and its players graduate at a 90% rate. Joe Pavelski.
Backhand scores! Wow, what a goal!
Johnny Gaudreau. And Torrey Krug were stars on campus before the NHL stage. Whether you are a fan or a player, nothing compares to college hockey. Visit collegehockeyinc.com and follow @collegehockey.
Champions of the college hockey world!
Wake up and text. Text and eat. Text and catch the bus. Text and miss your stop. Wait. Text and be late to work. Sorry, I'm late. Text and work. Text and pretend to work. Text and act surprised when someone calls you out for not working. Who, me? Text and meet up with a friend you haven't seen in forever.
Hi.
Oh, hey. Text and complain that they're on their phone the whole time. Text and listen to them complain that you're on your phone the whole time. Text and whatever. But when you get behind the wheel, give your phone to a passenger. Put it in the glove box. Just don't text and drive. Visit StopTextsStopWrecks.org. A public service announcement brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Is that a faucet running?
That's not a faucet. That's a river rushing through the forest. Forest rivers provide over 100 million people with clean water to drink.
What? I can't hear you because of the vacuum.
That's not a vacuum. That's the trees in the forest cleaning up the air we breathe.
I didn't know the trees were so amazing.
Yep, and the forest gives us shade, trees to climb.
That's awesome. Let's go explore some more.
Visit the forest today and enjoy all it does, just for you. To learn more about the forest and find one near you, go to discovertheforest.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
We now return you to Phantoms Hockey on Western Reserve Radio and the voice of the Phantoms, Matt Lipsack.
Welcome back inside the UPMC Lemieux Sports Complex during the pregame show. Let's take a look at tonight's scratch report, beginning with the Tri-City Storm, who are the indicated visitors here this evening. You can scratch Evan Sofakidis, Jackson Lackus, Leo Gabriel, Cash Crawford, and Max Dessner. For the Phantoms, you can scratch number 7, Mason Stinger, number 9, Alexei Kubat, number 12, Cal Houston, number 19, Alexander Svitov, number 22, Boris Marine, number 27, Logan Anderson, number 28, Jakob Hesch, number 33, Owen Lepak, and number 34, Brody Berard. Let's take a look at tonight's starting lineups, beginning with the visiting Tri-City Storm. Starting at left wing out of Slovakia, number 10, Samuel Murin. At center, out of Warroad, Minnesota, committed to North Dakota, number 5, Carson Pilgrim. At right wing, out of Jackson, Michigan, committed to Miami of Ohio, number 39, Brecken Smith. On defense, out of Russia, number 28, Alexander Mateev. And out of St. Michael, Minnesota, committed to St. Thomas, number 4, Bodie Leyland. In net, out of Slovakia, number 1, Michael Pradel. The Storm are coached by Don Schwarchetti, assisted by Matt Berry and Dan Hohen. And now for the Youngstown Phantoms, starting at left wing, out of Shakopee, Minnesota, committed to North Dakota and the draft property of the Boston Bruins, number 21, Cooper Simpson. At center, out of Czechia, the draft property of the Buffalo Sabres, number 23, Matusz Kucharczyk. At right wing, out of Broadville Heights, Ohio, committed to Ohio State and the draft property of the Buffalo Sabres, number 56, Ryan Rusinski. On defense, out of Northville, Michigan, number 3, Jack Wilson. And out of Powell, Ohio, committed to Miami of Ohio, number 18, Jack Hamilton. In net, out of Czechia, committed to the University of Massachusetts, number 79, Tobias Trebel. In the preseason, Trebel had a 0-0 record of 4.07 goals against average and a .800 save percentage. The Phantoms are coached in his 4th season by Ryan Ward. The associate head coach is Brandon Gotkin. They are assisted by their chief of staff, Redmond Brow. The equipment manager is Andrew Rush, the athletic trainer, Amber Martinelli. Goaltending coach, Neil Conway, strength and conditioning coach, Tommy Malloy, and the general managers are Jason Deskins and Ryan Kosecki. The officials for tonight's game were selected by USA Hockey and are as follows. The referees will be Ross Beck and Jaden Brignoni. The linesmen will be Douglas Hook and Odin Nelson. 4.5 minutes here at the UPMC Lemieux Sports Complex before the starting lineups and national anthems. We are going to go ahead and step aside for one more timeout. And when we come back, we will have Youngstown Phantoms Hockey here for you on Western Reserve Radio and Flow Sports.
The Village Tavern's been a beloved local landmark in Hubbard, Ohio for nearly a century, and now it's better than ever. Recently renovated and still serving up the same warm hospitality, the Village Tavern is your go-to spot for great food, cold drinks, and a laid-back atmosphere. Whether you're stopping in for dinner, catching up with friends, or just looking to relax, you'll enjoy a full menu of American favorites, rotating drink specials, and friendly service that makes every visit memorable. Be sure to visit the Village Tavern at 746 North Main Street in Hubbard, right next to Repair That Glass. To learn more, go to villagetavern3.com. Are you ready to hit the gridiron and make your mark? The Cleveland Cobras are recruiting players and coaches for the upcoming Premier Amateur Football League season. We're looking for passion, grit, and the relentless drive to win. Whether you're a seasoned vet or hungry rookie, your shot starts now. Join a brotherhood, build a legacy, strike with the Cobras. Follow us on Facebook at Cleveland Cobras Football, or for league information, visit TAFLfootball.com to get started today. Team Pride Cobras. Lena's Pierogi House is your home for the area's best variety of pierogies. Daily specials include the Polish platter, the Hungarian platter, stuffed cabbage, and halushki. Having a last-minute get-together? Lena's has you covered with a wide variety of frozen take-home pierogies and dumplings. Go to Facebook at Lena's Pierogi House to see the weekly lineup of available flavors for dine-in or carry-out. Catch the best at Lena's Monday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Tuesday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. 20 North Main Street in Hubbard or call 234-254-8532.
During the fall and winter, grilling season never ends, and Gessler Propane is your local supplier that makes sure you get your hard-earned money's worth. Why go to gas exchanges to pay higher prices for tanks not filled to capacity? Gessler Propane makes sure you're prepared for year-round grilling with 100% filled tanks at a reasonable cost. See Bob Monday through Friday, 10 to 4, and Saturday, 9 to 3 at Gessler Propane, 702 Youngstown Poland Road, Struthers, or call 330-755-9119. Gessler Propane. They got gas.
1 in 3 adults has prediabetes. 1 in 3. That means it could be you, your football buddy, your football buddy, or you, your best man, your worst man, you, your dog walker, your cat jogger. While 1 in 3 adults has prediabetes, with early diagnosis, prediabetes can be reversed. Take the risk test at doihaveprediabetes.org. That's doihaveprediabetes.org.
Wait, did they just say 1 in 3 adults has prediabetes? That's 33.33333% of adults. That means it could be me, my boss, or my boss's boss, or me, my favorite sister, or my other sister. That's 7 members of my 21-person romantic book club. Wait, the 1 in 3 could be me, my karaoke partner Carol, or my karaoke enemy Jeff. I'm going to take the risk test at doihaveprediabetes.org.
Brought to you by the Ad Council and its Prediabetes Awareness Partners.
Someone's got to set the tone out there, boys. Someone's got to set it.
The station that sets the tone for Youngstown Phantoms hockey is Western Reserve Radio. WRDB, The Scourge.
We now return you to Phantoms Hockey on Western Reserve Radio and the voice of the Phantoms, Matt Lipsack.
What grows in the forest? Trees? Sure. Know what else grows in the forest? Our imagination, our sense of wonder, and our family bonds grow too. Because when we disconnect from this and connect with this, we reconnect with each other and build family memories we will carry with us forever. The forest is closer than you think. Find a forest near you and start exploring at discovertheforest.org. It's easy. Just put in your zip code to find family-friendly outdoor destinations near you. You'll also find guides to free activities, games, and amazing forest facts. Give the magic of the outdoors to your kids and reconnect with your family. Find a forest near you at discovertheforest.org. That's discovertheforest.org. Brought to you by the United States Forest Service and the Ad Council.
You're listening to Western Reserve Radio, home of the Youngstown Phantoms. On the Live 365 network and the Live 365 app.
We now return you to Phantoms Hockey on Western Reserve Radio and the voice of the Phantoms, Matt Lipsack.
Welcome back into the UPMC Lemieux Sports Complex. We're going to turn it over to the public address announcer for starting lineups and the national anthem.
Michael Purnell. And now the starting lineup for the Youngstown Phantoms. At left wing, number 21, Cooper Simpson. And number 56, Brian Korzynski. Matush Marquez. At the bench, number 3, Jack Hilton. And number 18, Jack Hamilton. And number 79, Tibisho Trego. You are able to please rise and move your heads for the Player National.
Our national anthem on a Friday night here in Cranberry. Welcome back into the broadcast booth, ladies and gentlemen. Voice of the Phantoms, Matt Lipsack, here with you on Western Reserve Radio and Flow Hockey. Ready to get the 25-26 season started. Great event that the USHL puts on here. 7th season of the USHL Fall Classic here in Cranberry. It was a preseason event for a couple of years. Then they decided to add a couple of regular season games. And just an enjoyable event. Nice to have the entire league all in one spot for a weekend. Kuharczyk and Pilgrim approach center ice. And you can roll for initiative. The 2025-2026 season is underway as Tri controls the draw. Pilgrim with it. Chips it out to center where Murin will send it just into the Phantoms line, taken away in front of the net by Jack Hamilton, but his breakout pass intended for Cooper Simpson goes off the stick of Pilgrim and into the meshing. 14 seconds into the first period, we have our first whistle. Face off to the left of Tobias Trable. Simpson to take the draw, Kuharczyk to take the draw against Pilgrim. And Pilgrim wins the draw. Shoveled down the wall by Smith behind the cage. Wilson got there first, sent it around the wall to Rusinski far side. Fanned on his clearing attempt. Second effort, able to get it out to center. Kuharczyk got a stick on it. Pops up in the air. Puck pinballing around. And touched with a high stick by Youngstown. Face-off will stay in the neutral zone. No pair of whistles here in the first 29 seconds. I have Phantoms goaltending coach Neil Conway sitting right here. Going to have to be on my best behavior. Love the mustache, Neil. Cooper Simpson, a little bit of a false start on the draw, and that will get Kuharczyk kicked out of the circle. But Ryan Rusinski, of course, one of the Phantoms' best face-off men from last year. He'll step in to take the draw. And he will win that draw forward, but that is right to the stick of Bodie Wise, who fires it into the Youngstown end, comes around the kick plate to the far side for Rusinski to get a stick on it, but offside were the Tri-City Storm. And, in fact, I believe that linesman Odin Nelson is going to call intentional offside. He's stealing the face-off all the way down into the TC end. And they will drop the puck to the left of Michael Pradle. Draft property of the Detroit Red Wings. It will be Rusinski to take the draw. And Rue will win that draw. Simpson took a couple of flashes from Noah LaPointe. The puck comes around to Murphy, the left point, bumped it back down low for Kuharczyk. Kuharczyk bodied up by Wise. Coming to pick up the loose puck was LaPointe. Couldn't clear it past Simpson. It's Kuharczyk. Couldn't get up behind the cage. Fans looking for a call. Very partisan crowd here in Cranberry, as you might imagine. But the puck down into the Youngstown and Luka Jarvis try to whip it down low, taken away by Murphy out to center for Simpson. Redirected it into the TC zone, but no, he did not, apparently. And icing will be called on the Youngstown Phantoms. So I think this is our 5th face-off in the first minute and 8 seconds. Not a whole lot of flow going on here in the early going. Springer to take the draw against Koharchik. Long shift here for the starting lineup of the Phantoms as TC controls the draw up to the point. Rohal unable to hold the zone. Sent back down in the corner. Centering feed came from that corner, but unable to find anybody in front was Cam Springer. Now it's Rusinski bringing it across center red, sending it to left wing corner. Phantoms now will finally get a line change. Keeping it alive is Malachi McKinnon. Left dot with a shot, and that is answered by the pads of Cradle. Rebound in the corner. Only Storm players were there, and they will skate it through center. Springer play ahead, stick down by Melker. Puck pinballing around in the neutral zone. McKinnon whacks it ahead to Hextall. Hextall ahead to Jardine. Jardine quickly jumped on from behind. Couldn't get a shot away just as he found a little bit of open ice. Hextall to Morin. D over to Vini. He'll turn and pump one into the slot for Hextall, and he ripped it wide. Jardine looking for the rebound. Got hooked. No call coming. Up to left point. Morin shot. Hit a body in front. Hextall couldn't find it as it bounced over to Doms. Around the cage, Tri-City. I'll send it back to the near side for Roloff. Came behind the net. Sean Miller poking it at it over into the corner. But the first one there was Doms. Sent up the wall and kept at the right point for a shot by Matveev. But that's blocked along the way. Youngstown clears the rebound to center. O'Leary chipped it past his man. Maybe a little interference there as he got tangled up with Bloomer, but no call forthcoming as it's played over into the right corner. Tri-City now back through center. Malmquist, the Bemidji State commit, chips it to the right wing corner, but it bounced to Jack Wilson. Jack quickly around the cage to the far side, spins away from pressure, and then sauces it out to Matty Bukowski up the TC line. Matty couldn't get a step. Good stick there by Matveev to get it away from Bukowski as it's played out to center. Hamilton retreats into his own zone, snaps it back ahead to the line. Orlovsky to Bukowski. Matty shot, shoulder saved by Pradle. Rebound off the corner glass and all the way down the ice. No icing here as play will continue. We finally found a little bit of flow with 16:45 left in the first. Banked ahead, Wilson touches to Franks. Ahead to Boucher, rolling puck into the zone onside. Left it behind him for Orlovsky. Flicked it down low looking for Franks. Dropped it behind him for Boucher. Couldn't get a shot away. Great defense there by Tri-City. I believe that was number 14, Cooper Ernline, tying up the stick legally of Owen Boucher. And now it's Boucher with it. Ahead to Franks into the neutral zone. Orlovsky into the zone. Right side, shot away. Pradle with the save. Rebound out to the top of the left circle. Backhanded to the line by Ernline. Kept by Boucher, but the Phantoms are going for a line change. Leyland around the net to the far side. Now up the middle of the ice. Gains the Youngstown zone and sends it over to Jarvis. His shot well wide of the cage and off the corner glass. All the way down it goes. Roloff down for it after Pradle set it up. Carries around the cage to the far side. Snapped it out to center for Jarvis. Gained the red line and dumped it into the Youngstown end. Around to Ozagani. His pass redirected, came back to him. Ozagani's shot chipped off the side of the net, went to the right corner, and cleared out to center by Youngstown. Picked up there by Matveev, carried back into his own zone. Went D over to Whitfield, who ripped it into the Youngstown end. Ozagani chipped it to the right wing corner, looking for Jarvis. Now back to Ozagani. Jarvis, right half wall. Got past Simpson, still has it right corner. Jarvis, watched by Morin. Still has it. Sent it side of the cage. Carrying it around the net is Springer. Up to left point for a shot ripped well wide of the net by Whitfield. Simpson pumped the rebound behind the cage, but that found Springer. Side of the net, bouncing puck. Still loose on the stick of Matusz Koharchik. Koharchik ahead to Rusinski and into the zone. Fought through a couple of checks. Looks for open ice. Turns and chips it to the right wing corner. Was looking for Simpson, but the puck bounced over his stick to Wise. 14:45 left in the first. We're scoreless. Here in the season openers, Tri-City bounces it down into the Youngstown end. Jackson Adams back for it. Left it there for Hamilton. Ripped it ahead looking for McKinnon. Could not get a touch at the TC Blue. And Youngstown will be called for icing. 14:28 left in this first period. We're scoreless. Shots on goal read 2-0 in favor of the Phantoms. Faceoff will be to the left of Trable. Doms to take the draw against Hextall. And the Phantoms control that draw. Great work by Jack Hamilton. Up for McKinnon. To Jardine into the zone down the right side. Jards on his backhand to the cage. Stick saved by Bradle. Side of the cage. Hextall tried to touch it to the blue paint. Wouldn't go. Rebound to the Storm. Pass ahead off the stick of Jardine. Bounced up in the air. Adams able to wedge it through to the corner. Malmquist there. Had it stolen by Hextall, though. Open ice for Hamilton near side. Jack skates to the red line and dumps it into the TCN. Pradle out to play it. McKinnon there to challenge, but Pradle able to work it to the defense. Sent up the near wall and out to center by the Storm. Braden Thompson up to the TC line, found McKinnon. Stick handling, then backhanded into the zone as Hextall got tackled into the TCN by Roloff and caused a delayed offside. Able to get back to his feet. Coming through center with it with some speed is Murin. Still with it around the cage to the far side. Murin turns and cycles down low. Turning shot on the cage, patted out by Trable. That came from Brecken Smith. Hextall looking for the rebound. Swept up the wall. It goes past O'Leary and out to center, but Blomer is back for it for the Storm. Pass ahead off the stick of Miller. Bukowski able to stick it down and at least chip it deep. Matt Vieve sent it up the far side where it's grabbed by Brown and sent out to center for Jarvis. Lost the puck to Murphy, dropped it behind him to Miller. Miller into the zone, 2-on-4. Now the Phantoms rejoin the rush as they were changing behind the play. Miller taken off the puck by Whitfield. Able to work it to Orlowski. Jesse, center point for Murphy. Carter, eyes the cage, fired a shot but blocked by a Tri-City stick. Believe that was Matt Vieve. No, check that was Whitfield. Spun it D-to-D over to Roloff, up the near wall, found Jarvis, just able to chip it past Murphy, and out to center. It's grabbed by Ernwine, knocked off the puck by Murphy. Franks throws a big hit, and going down on the play is Colton Whitfield. I mean, looked like shoulder-to-shoulder contact to me, but Colton Whitfield went for a spin. He's already up. And we'll see what the call is from referee Ross Beck. Talking things over with Jaden Brignoni. They want to go to review, so we will go ahead and step aside for 60 seconds while they review this for a major penalty. 12:17 left in the first. We're scoreless. You're listening to Youngstown Phantoms Hockey on Western Reserve Radio and Flow Sports.
Veterans, the Mahoning County Veterans Service Commission is here to help you. Whether you served 5 years ago or 50 years ago, if you are honorably discharged from active military service, you may be eligible for benefits, including Veterans VA benefits, county financial assistance, assisted living benefits, and more. Our friendly and supportive staff is ready to help you. Go to mcveterans.org to see all of the benefits and services offered, or call today. The Mahoning County Veterans Service Commission, serving those who have served.
Passion, talent, development. NCAA hockey offers all that, and its players graduate at a 90% rate. Joe Pavelski.
Backhand score! Wow, what a goal!
Johnny Gaudreau. And Torrey Krug were stars on campus before the NHL stage. Whether you are a fan or a player, nothing compares to college hockey. Visit collegehockeyinc.com and follow @collegehockey.
Champions of the college hockey world!
We now return you to Phantoms Hockey on Western Reserve Radio and the voice of the Phantoms, Matt Lipsack.
Welcome back into the UPMC Lemieux Sports Complex. 12:17 left in the first. We're scoreless. They are reviewing for a major penalty. Ryan Franks appeared to hit Colton Whitfield up high. You know, up here, we thought it was shoulder-to-shoulder contact, so we can have a major penalty here. We can have no penalty here. Just waiting to see the deliberations of Ross Beck and Jaden Brignoni. And they're calling a 2-minute penalty. Would love to see what that penalty is for. Head contact. Don't know that I saw it that way, but Youngstown will head to the penalty kill for the first time this season. Out to kill the penalty, Owen Boucher, Ryan Rusinski, Jack Wilson, and Jack Hamilton. Face off to the right of Trable and Pilgrim to take the draw for Tri-City. Rusinski wins it cleanly to Hamilton, and he will clear it down the ice. Cradle sends it over to Wise. And the Storm will bring it ahead through center. Jensen into the zone. Chipped it around to the right corner. Pilgrim gets there first. Up the wall to Jarvis. Taken away by Rusinski and cleared. Down the ice for it, Connor Brown. Left in the corner to play it away from Boucher. Carrying ahead was Leyland. Dropped it back for Pilgrim over to Jarvis. Into the zone down the right side. Fanned on his pass. And Rusinski backhanded it out to center. Phantoms will get a line change here. 45 seconds already gone on the penalty kill. Into the zone. Tried to come Connor Brown, but stripped of the puck. Leyland able to pick it up and bring it into the zone. Flicked it toward the cage lazily, and that's grabbed by the Phantom defense and cleared. Believe that was JT Vini, all 6'7" of him, clearing that one down the ice. 50 seconds left on the kill for Youngstown. Second power play unit cycling on for the Storm, who, like the Cedar Rapids Rough Riders, jersey's very hard to read, so doing the best that I can. Into the zone comes Helm. Down the right side, his shot sticked away by Vini and out of play. And, of course, Jaden Vini, very, very long reach. I'd be interested to find out what his wingspan actually is. And standing 6'7", one of the nicest young men I have had the pleasure of meeting. And, of course, as we get through the night, we'll talk about somebody else that I got to meet. Should bring some interest from Phantom fans. Another clean face-off win for Rusinski. This one cleared around the near side, but kept at the right point nicely by Madviv. I think Ozagani got a stick on that as well. Here, Wilson sends it up the wall to Rusinski. He'll carry ahead with Miller 2-on-3. Rusinski into the zone. Crisscrosses with Miller. Rusinski still with it. Got tripped. Down from his knees. Lost the puck. 5 seconds left on the penalty kill, though, as Miller heads to the bench. Storm are carrying ahead, but 2 seconds and one. Out of the box comes Ryan Franks. As Rusinski blocks a clearing pass. Gets it to Simpson. Backhander. Toward the cage. Couldn't tuck it home. Second effort. Pradle makes the save and covers. Cooper Simpson, some nifty stick handling down low. And we'll have our media timeout. 10:08 left in the first. We're scoreless. You're listening to Youngstown Phantoms Hockey on West Reserve Radio and Flow Sports.
Lena's Pierogi House is your home for the area's best variety of pierogies. Daily specials include the Polish platter, the Hungarian platter, stuffed cabbage, and halushki. Having a last-minute get-together? Lena's has you covered with a wide variety of frozen take-home pierogies and dumplings. Go to Facebook at Lena's Pierogi House to see the weekly lineup of available flavors for dine-in or carry-out. Catch the best at Lena's Monday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Tuesday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. 20 North Main Street in Hubbard or call 234-254-8532.
We now return you to Phantoms Hockey on Western Reserve Radio and the voice of the Phantoms, Matt Lipsack.
Back inside the UPMC Lemieux Sports Complex, we get a visit from Voice of the Steel, Mark Citron. Mark Citron, great to see him. We are scoreless here in Game 1 for the Youngstown Phantoms. Waiting for them to put the first period clock back up after running the timeout timer. $10:08 left in the first. Offensive zone draw for Youngstown. Kaharchik to take the draw. Against Brecken Smith after Cam Springer got kicked out of the circle. Faceoff controlled by Youngstown. Simpson tried to step to the cage, but was denied at the last moment. Braden Thompson pitching in to keep that play alive, but the puck is jousted for and bounces over the Tri-City bench out of play. On that Tri-City bench, you will find Matt Berry. If the name sounds familiar, well, Phantoms fans, it should. Matt Berry, of course, the B in the BGR line that helped power the Phantoms to their first Eastern Conference championship and appearance in the Clark Cup final back in 2018. It was great to see Matt before the game and, shake his hand. Haven't seen him in 7 years, so just great to see Matty, and I hope to catch up with him again after the game as TC brings it through center. Fighting his way through a check was Ernwine in the right wing corner. Simpson worked the puck free to Kaharchik. Batouche through center. Over to Orlowski, shot off the blocker of Pradel. Might have kissed the bar as well as I saw the referee give the wipeout sign. As Simpson grabbed the puck offside, although I didn't think it was in the zone. 9:26 left in the first. Of course, after seeing Matt Berry beforehand, I had to send a message over to Chase Greasock and Matt Berry, Chase Greasock and Mike Regish, who are both skating for the Rouen Dragon over in the French Hockey League. I believe that is Ligas. As Hextall wins the draw, Murphy fires it into the zone, comes around to the near side, bounces to Hextall. Fed down low, looking for McKinnon, it wouldn't go. Back up the wall, Bloomer, trying to clear, couldn't get it past Adams. Hextall to Jardine at the right point. Across over to Murphy, one-timer, glove saved by Pradel and Olds. 9:05 left in the first. Shots on goal 6-1 in favor of Youngstown. Face off to the left of Pradel. Hextall to take the draw against Pilgrim. Hextall won that draw, but McKinnon couldn't corral it, and it skated ahead through center. Quick moving is Muir into the right wing corner of the Youngstown end, has Smith with him. Swept up to the right point. Wise faked right, went left. His shot wide of the cage as well. Hextall to the rebound. Out to center, off of Murphy. Couldn't take it cleanly. Hextall poked it back ahead. Jardine fires into the zone. Pradel, however, able to stop it behind the cage and will backhand it to the near corner. Wise there for Tri-City. Fires it to the far side. Skating into it is Murin. Into the zone, trying to get around Beanie. He did got the shot away, but Trable right there to swallow it up with the pillows, and he will hang. 8:30 left in the first. Just the second shot on net for the Tri-City Storm. Bukowski to take the draw against Pilgrim. And Bukowski won it forward and bounces out to center. Grabbed there by Matt Veef. Went D-to-D over to Leyland, snapped into the zone off the stick of Miller. Comes around to the far side. O'Leary couldn't clear, but good stick by Vini. And he'll force his way through center. JT Vini into the zone. Left side shot away off the stick of Matt Veef into the end wall. Hunting after that loose puck is O'Leary, but couldn't work it to Miller. Whitfield off the window and out to center. Picked up there by Hamilton. He'll go D-to-D over to Vini and snapped ahead for Bukowski. Couldn't redirect it to Miller, and it's sent back out to center by the Tri-City defense. Into the zone comes Ozagani. Shot save, rebound, kicked out by Trable at the last moment. Open cage in front of him for Connor Brown, and now it's Brown with it in the right corner. Tried to feed it up to the point, but bounced to Bukowski. Gets it to center for Miller. Back to Bukowski. Brought it to the line and dumped it in. Heads off for a change. Back for it, Roloff. D-to-D around to the near side. Centering pass, trying to exit the zone. Broken up by Owen Boucher, but Leyland able to recover and forces it out to the red line. And from there, he will fire it into the Youngstown end. Round to the right side for Smith. Bumped off the puck, it rolls to Morin. Orlowski lost his footing, but from the seat of his pants, able to play it out to center. Bounce down into the TZ zone. Leyland back out to center, looking for Murin, but it bounced to Boucher. Drop back for Wilson, D over to Morin. Melker start, stop, lifted into the zone, touched ahead by Rusinski. Good hand-eye there for Rue. Turned his back to the play, looking for some help, cycled it down to Boucher, and then fed it into the corner for Franks. Franks tried to feed it cross point for Wilson, picked off by the Storm. That is Smith. Brought it to the red line and dumped it to the left-wing corner. Storm to the change while Murphy starts the breakout for Youngstown. Carter to the top of the circles in his own end, gains the blue line ahead, off the stick of Kuharczyk and into the TC zone. Sticking it to the end wall was Matveev, worked it over to Whitfield. Around the wall, grabbed by Bloomer, and brought to the red line, able to poke it back north was Thompson. Came to the skates of Simpson, he's able to gather in and chip it down to the right corner. Whitfield got there ahead of Rusinski, and he'll carry behind the cage, work it over to Matveev. Matveev trying to get away from Simpson, but cannot. Kuharczyk to Simpson, to Jardine, just out of his reach. Jardine centering feed, but right to a Tri-City stick. Carrying that ahead is Bloomer. Worked it over to Ernwine, but forced back out to center by Carter Murphy. Ernwine forced the issue back into the Youngstown end, but the puck came back to Murphy in the right corner. He'll spin off a check, touched it to Kuharczyk. Back across to Murphy, and then to the TC line for McKinnon, where he's bodied up by Roloff, who took the puck away. Around the cage to the near side, Hextall almost with the steal. McKinnon will get the steal. Worked it to Hextall, behind him to McKinnon. But taking the puck away was Mason Jensen, and he will now peel it back for the defense. Now snap near side for Leyland. Up to the Youngstown line for Helm. Tried to trade it off for Springer, but wouldn't go, and now McKinnon redirects it into the TCN, while the Phantoms will change up the lines. Cradle sends it to the right corner, and up to the line where it's kept by O'Leary, but he couldn't feed it to Hextall. O'Leary got to his own pass, carried below the goal line, worked it to McKinnon. Side of the net, sticked away from Malachi, back to O'Leary, taken away by Springer, sent up the far wall. Vini pinching in, trying to keep it alive to the line. Hextall couldn't hold, and his dump in hit Vini right in the ankle. And so that'll be an offside on the Phantoms. 4:34 left in the first, still scoreless. This shot's on goal 7-4, but I don't remember any Tri-City shots since it was 7-2. O'Leary and I think Whitfield jousting before the face-off. Linesman tells them to cool it. Getting kicked out of the circle, Connor Brown. And Luka Jarvis in to take the draw against Bukowski. Bukowski won the draw. Miller touched it to O'Leary, who bumped it into the zone, but the puck is grabbed by LaPointe. Out to center for Brown. Tried to feed it to Jarvis, but trickled through to Wilson. Bukowski from the officials' crease will backhand it into the TC zone. Miller hunting for it, but it rolled to Brown, sent over to the left corner. First one there is LaPointe. Up the near wall, Jarvis able to just play it to open space in the neutral zone. Wilson looking for that rolling puck, plays it back to the TCN. Bukowski in on the forecheck. Wise couldn't, or I guess Wise was just able to get it out of the zone as O'Leary couldn't hold the line. Skating ahead with it is LaPointe. As Rusinski rips the puck off of him, it rolled to Kuharczyk, drops it back for Morin. Back to Kuharczyk up the middle of the ice. Matoush into the zone, dits around a man, but couldn't get the shot away. He was hooked at the last moment, tried to feed it in front, comes to Murphy at the right point. His shot redirected off the pad by Kuharczyk, and now thrown through the low slot by Hamilton. Nobody there to touch it for Youngstown as Rusinski with the steal. Fed Simpson, toe drag, Simpson in, tucks it home, he scores! Get that cat off my chair. Cooper Simpson screaming at the bench of his former team as he skates by. Gives Youngstown a 1-0 lead. Time of the goal, 16:34. Phantoms, heavy forecheck. Cooper Simpson, Matusz Kucharczyk, too many dangles. And Simpson able to tuck it home for his first of the season. Welcome to the first goal of the season, club, Cooper Simpson. As Youngstown ices the puck off the face-off win. Be sure to tune in to the Dump and Chase podcast, the unofficial fan podcast of the Youngstown Phantoms. And I'm sure that Sam Olmstead will be updating the first goal of the season list for us as we speak. Sam, if this is not posted in the next 5 minutes, I'm incredibly disappointed. Defensive zone draw for Youngstown, controlled by the Storm. Backhanded down low by Leyland. Able to hook up with Springer. Back to the point for Leyland. Shot on the cage. Stick save by Trable. Rebound to the corner for Franks. Chip back down low. Trying to center with his helm. Came out in front for Springer. Backhander save by Trable. Rebound shoveled on the net. Trable stops that as well. .259 left in the first. Phantoms lead 1-0 on the goal by Cooper Simpson. Hextall to take the draw against Pilgrim. Hextall won it cleanly to Morin. Over to McKinnon. Skate to stick off the window out to center for Jardine. Jards puck rolled on him, able to regather. Almost fed it to Hextall, who had a lane down the middle. Hextall to McKinnon. Shot blocked. And Phantoms draw penalties. Jardine is all down below the cage. I heard Rusinski on the assist. And just Rusinski, I could have swore that Kucharczyk got a piece of that. Youngstown to the power play, though, as heading to the box is Luka Roloff for either a trip or a hook. I missed the signal. First power play of the season for Youngstown. Rusinski, Jardine, Hextall, Simpson, and McKinnon, 5 forwards out here for Youngstown. Face-off one cleanly by Rusinski. Simpson shot, looking up for the tip by McKinnon, and Cradle somehow had that puck wedged under his toe, and the whistle blows. McKinnon right to the near post as you're watching on Flow Hockey, and tried to redirect that home. Beautiful shot pass there by Cooper Simpson. So again, it'll be a face-off to the left of Cradle. Pilgrim and Rusinski. Rusinski with the face-off win. Jardine to Simpson. Center point for McKinnon. Left circle for Hextall. Puck bounced on him, but able to regather, worked it to McKinnon at the point. Simpson. Sauces across to Hextall. Top of the left circle. Side of the cage. To Rusinski. Try to backhand and pass looking for Simpson. Would not go. Tri-City skates it as far as the red line, and then they will fire it in, as getting ushered into the Youngstown bench was Alexander Medvedev. Simpson. Dropped it behind him for Hextall. To the line for Jardine. Into the zone cleanly. Couldn't sauce it to Simpson, though, as it's cleared back down the ice by Wise. And I am hearing that Sam Olmstead has already updated the first goal of the season club post. Good job, Sam. Hextall into the zone. Center point McKinnon. Simpson, right circle. Tried to feed it through the box. Tri-City pokes it to the line. Hustling back McKinnon. 2-on-1 developing. Firing it ahead is Springer. Into the zone shot. Saved by Trable. Simpson got his own rebound as it came up to Helm. His shot stopped by Trable, as well as Simpson was behind Trable, and his stick stuck in the net. And now Simpson to the bench. 30 seconds left in the power play. So Cooper Simpson's stick is all the way inside the Youngstown goal right now. As Kucharczyk brings it into the zone, chipped it to the left wing corner. Fired around the wall. Wilson got to it far side. 15 seconds left. Murphy to Kucharczyk. Eyes the cage. Shot blocked to the meshing by Bodie Leyland. 56.1 seconds left in the first period, 1-0 Phantoms. Face off to the right of Pradle, who has stopped 9 out of 10 here in the first period. Kaharchik wins it cleanly to Murphy. Carter tried to feed it across, but ricocheted out to center off the stick of Mason Jensen. Kaharchik into the zone. Toe drag shot. Pradle with a quick pad save as Kaharchik used the defenseman as a screen there. Phantoms 0 for 1 on the power plays. The Storm are back to full strength, but what a power play it was. This one's going to die short of the icing line. Murphy with it around the cage, almost took a hooking call. Up to the TC line for Orlowski. Rolling puck, he settles it down, spins at the bottom of the right circle, and waits for help with 20 seconds left in the period. Down low, he fed it to Franks. Ushered around to the left corner. First one to it was Jarvis. Sent it to open ice, and TC able to just chip it past Franks. And Wise will skate it through center. Chipped into the Youngstown zone with 5 seconds left in the period. Beanie snaps it ahead to Franks, and Ryan will decide that is how the first period is going to end. First goal of the season for Cooper Simpson has given the Youngstown Phantoms a 1-0 lead. Shots on goal in that first period, 11-6 in favor of Youngstown. We're going to go ahead and step aside for a 4-minute timeout. When we come back, we will have the first intermission report here for you on Western Reserve Radio and Flow Hockey.
Are you tired of switching apps just to catch your favorite shows and live events? Say hello to the iMedia One Network app, your one-stop destination for streaming and everything that matters. From national sports to exclusive local content, Western Reserve Radio, Western Reserve Radio 2, and City View Sportscast are now all in one place, anytime, anywhere. Download the free iMedia One Network app on iOS and Android and unlock the future of sports audio in the palm of your hand. The iMedia One Network, your sports app in the Valley. Village Tavern's been a beloved local landmark in Hubbard, Ohio for nearly a century, and now it's better than ever. Recently renovated and still serving up the same warm hospitality, the Village Tavern is your go-to spot for great food, cold drinks, and a laid-back atmosphere. Whether you're stopping in for dinner, catching up with friends, or just looking to relax, you'll enjoy a full menu of American favorites, rotating drink specials, and friendly service that makes every visit memorable. Be sure to visit the Village Tavern at 746 North Main Street in Hubbard, right next to Repair That Glass. To learn more, go to villagetavern3.com.
During the fall and winter, grilling season never ends, and Gessler Propane is your local supplier that makes sure you get your hard-earned money's worth. Why go to gas exchanges to pay higher prices for tanks not filled to capacity? Gessler Propane makes sure you're prepared for year-round grilling with 100% filled tanks at a reasonable cost. See Bob Monday through Friday, 10 to 4, and Saturday, 9 to 3 at Gessler Propane, 702 Youngstown Poland Road, Struthers, or call 330-755-9119. Gessler Propane. They got gas.
Are you ready to join the legacy? This is your chance to become part of something special with the Youngstown Patricians. Honoring the proud football tradition of the Valley, we're on the lookout for talented post-high school athletes who want to make their mark on the field. Whether you're a seasoned high school athlete, college, or former professional player, develop your skills and become part of a team that values hard work, dedication, and community spirit. Don't wait. Begin your path to the gridiron by visiting youngstownpat.com or contacting us on Facebook at the Youngstown Patricians. Be bold, be legendary, join the Youngstown Patricians today.
You're listening to Western Reserve Radio, home of the Youngstown Phantoms, on the Live 365 network and the Live 365 app.
Veterans, the Mahoning County Veterans Service Commission is here to help you. Whether you served 5 years ago or 50 years ago, if you are honorably discharged from active military service, you may be eligible for benefits, including Veterans VA benefits, county financial assistance, assisted living benefits, and more. Our friendly and supportive staff is ready to help you. Go to mcveterans.org to see all of the benefits and services offered, or call today. The Mahoning County Veterans Service Commission, serving those who have served.
Passion, talent, development. NCAA hockey offers all that, and its players graduate at a 90% rate. Joe Pavelski.
Backhand score! Wow, what a goal!
Johnny Gaudreau. And Torrey Krug were stars on campus before the NHL stage. Whether you are a fan or a player, nothing compares to college hockey. Visit collegehockeyinc.com and follow @collegehockey.
Champions of the college hockey world!
What grows in the forest? Trees? Sure. Know what else grows in the forest? Our imagination, our sense of wonder, and our family bonds grow too. Because when we disconnect from this and connect with this, we reconnect with each other and build family memories we will carry with us forever. The forest is closer than you think. Find a forest near you and start exploring at discovertheforest.org. It's easy. Just put in your zip code to find family-friendly outdoor destinations near you. You'll also find guides to free activities, games, and amazing forest facts. Give the magic of the outdoors to your kids and reconnect with your family. Find a forest near you at discovertheforest.org. That's discovertheforest.org. Brought to you by the United States Forest Service and the Ad Council.
We now return you to Phantoms Hockey on Western Reserve Radio and the voice of the Phantoms, Matt Lipsack.
Welcome back inside the UPMC Lemieux Sports Complex for the first intermission report. At the end of 20 minutes to play, the Youngstown Phantoms lead the Tri-Cities Storm by the score of 1-0. Shots on goal in that first period, 11-6 in favor of Youngstown. First goal of the season came off the stick of Cooper Simpson at the 3:34 mark. Ryan Rusinski with the helper as Rusinski picked the pocket of a Storm defender trying to exit the zone, worked it to Simpson in the slot, who went to the backhand to get around a man, pulled it back to his forehand, got the whole way across the crease, and tucked it in around the outstretched right leg of Michael Pradle for his first goal as a Phantom, and also that will extend the scoring streak of Cooper Simpson and Ryan Rusinski both. Rusinski came into the season with a 2-game scoring streak. That is now 3. Cooper Simpson came into the season with an 8-game scoring streak, which has now been stretched out to 9. Each team got a power play in that first period. Ryan Franks was called for head contact at 7:43. I believe it was it was not Connor Brown. It was Bodie Wise called for tripping. Youngstown did end up with a power play. They haven't put that penalty in the box score yet, so I can't confirm anything for you. But both teams unsuccessful on the power play. Michael Pradle has stopped 10 out of 11. Tobias Trable has stopped 6 out of 6. We're going to step aside for a 3-minute timeout. When we come back, we'll take a look at the out-of-town and in-town scoreboard, as obviously all of the USHL games are being played here at the Fall Classic in Cranberry Township. So, back in 3 minutes here on Western Reserve Radio and Flow Hockey.
During the fall and winter, grilling season never ends, and Gessler Propane is your local supplier that makes sure you get your hard-earned money's worth. Why go to gas exchanges to pay higher prices for tanks not filled to capacity? Gessler Propane makes sure you're prepared for year-round grilling with 100% filled tanks at a reasonable cost. See Bob Monday through Friday, 10 to 4, and Saturday, 9 to 3 at Gessler Propane, 702 Youngstown Poland Road, Struthers, or call 330-755-9119. Gessler Propane. They got gas.
Lena's Pierogi House is your home for the area's best variety of pierogies. Daily specials include the Polish platter, the Hungarian platter, stuffed cabbage, and halushki. Having a last-minute get-together? Lena's has you covered with a wide variety of frozen take-home pierogies and dumplings. Go to Facebook at Lena's Pierogi House to see the weekly lineup of available flavors for dine-in or carry-out. Catch the best at Lena's Monday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Tuesday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. 20 North Main Street in Hubbard, or call 234-254-8532. Are you ready to hit the gridiron and make your mark? The Cleveland Cobras are recruiting players and coaches for the upcoming Premier Amateur Football League season. We're looking for passion, grit, and the relentless drive to win. Whether you're a seasoned vet or hungry rookie, your shot starts now. Join a brotherhood, build a legacy, strike with the Cobras. Follow us on Facebook at Cleveland Cobras Football, or for league information, visit TAFLfootball.com to get started today. Team Pride Cobras.
Wake up and text. Text and eat. Text and catch the bus. Text and miss your stop. Wait. Text and be late to work. Sorry, I'm late. Text and work. Text and pretend to work. Text and act surprised when someone calls you out for not working.
Who, me?
Text and meet up with a friend you haven't seen in forever.
Hi.
Oh, hey.
Text and complain that they're on their phone the whole time. Text and listen to them complain that you're on your phone the whole time. Text and whatever. But when you get behind the wheel, give your phone to a passenger. Put it in the glove box. Just don't text and drive. Visit StopTextsStopWrecks.org. A public service announcement brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Is that a faucet running?
That's not a faucet. That's a river rushing through the forest. Forest rivers provide over 100 million people with clean water to drink.
What? I can't hear you because of the vacuum.
That's not a vacuum. That's the trees in the forest cleaning up the air we breathe.
I didn't know the trees were so amazing.
Yep, and the forest gives us shade, trees to climb.
That's awesome. Let's go explore some more.
Visit the forest today and enjoy all it does just for you. To learn more about the forest and find one near you, go to discovertheforest.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
The stations that always keep you in the zone.
I love it.
It's awesome.
Western Reserve Radio, Western Reserve Radio 2, and City View Sportscast, Youngstown, Ohio.
We now return you to Phantoms Hockey on Western Reserve Radio and the voice of the Phantoms, Matt Lipsack.
Welcome back inside the UPMC Lemieux Sports Complex. Phantoms lead 1-0. Was sitting here talking off the air with former Phantom Brett Murray. Just signed a PTO with the Pittsburgh Penguins, so he's in town for training camp. Let's take a look, I guess, at the in-town scoreboard, as again with the whole Fall Classic being played here in Cranberry. Cedar Rapids beat Des Moines 3-2 earlier today. Game-winning goal for Kyle Rohrer. Sioux Falls knocks off the Green Bay Gamblers 3-2 in a shootout. And then getting underway in about 15 minutes, about 100 feet behind me, be Omaha and Chicago. Over to the Major League Baseball scoreboard, Pirates lead the Athletics 3-1. Guardians and Twins will be getting underway in about 10 minutes. That'll do it for the out-of-town scoreboard and our first intermission report. We're going to step aside for a 5-minute timeout, and when we come back, second period action between the Youngstown Phantoms and Tri-City Storm. Here for you on West Reserve Radio and Flow Sports.
Discount Power Sports LLC is continuing to grow. They offer ATVs, dirt bikes, go-karts, electric bicycles, while offering off-road power sport repair services. Located at 758 North Main Street in Hubbard, right next to the newly renovated Village Tavern. Discount Power Sports LLC also offers financing and accepts all major credit cards. Discount Power Sports LLC. Find them online at discountpowersports.biz. Discount Power Sports LLC, where value meets adventure.
Are you ready to join the legacy? This is your chance to become part of something special with the Youngstown Patricians. Honoring the proud football tradition of the Valley, we're on the lookout for talented post-high school athletes who want to make their mark on the field. Whether you're a seasoned high school athlete, college, or former professional player, develop your skills and become part of a team that values hard work, dedication, and community spirit. Don't wait. Begin your path to the gridiron by visiting youngstownpat.com or contacting us on Facebook at the Youngstown Patricians. Be bold, be legendary, join the Youngstown Patricians today.
During the fall and winter, grilling season never ends, and Gessler Propane is your local supplier that makes sure you get your hard-earned money's worth. Why go to gas exchanges to pay higher prices for tanks not filled to capacity? Gessler Propane makes sure you're prepared for year-round grilling with 100% filled tanks at a reasonable cost. See Bob Monday through Friday, 10 to 4, and Saturday, 9 to 3 at Gessler Propane, 702 Youngstown Poland Road, Struthers, or call 330-755-9119. Gessler Propane. They got gas.
Village Tavern's been a beloved local landmark in Hubbard, Ohio for nearly a century, and now it's better than ever. Recently renovated and still serving up the same warm hospitality, the Village Tavern is your go-to spot for great food, cold drinks, and a laid-back atmosphere. Whether you're stopping in for dinner, catching up with friends, or just looking to relax, you'll enjoy a full menu of American favorites, rotating drink specials, and friendly service that makes every visit memorable. Be sure to visit the Village Tavern at 746 North Main Street in Hubbard, right next to Repair That Glass. To learn more, go to villagetavern3.com. Are you tired of switching apps just to catch your favorite shows and live events? Say hello to the iMedia One Network app, your one-stop destination for streaming and everything that matters. From national sports to exclusive local content, Western Reserve Radio, Western Reserve Radio 2, and City View Sportscast are now all in one place, anytime, anywhere. Download the free iMedia One Network app on iOS and Android and unlock the future of sports audio in the palm of your hand. The iMedia One Network, your sports app in the Valley. Are you ready to hit the gridiron and make your mark? The Cleveland Cobras are recruiting players and coaches for the upcoming Premier Amateur Football League season. We're looking for passion, grit, and the relentless drive to win. Whether you're a seasoned vet or hungry rookie, your shot starts now. Join a brotherhood, build a legacy, strike with the Cobras. Follow us on Facebook at Cleveland Cobras Football, or for league information, visit TAFLfootball.com to get started today. Team Pride Cobras. Lena's Pierogi House is your home for the area's best variety of pierogies. Daily specials include the Polish platter, the Hungarian platter, stuffed cabbage, and halushki. Having a last-minute get-together? Lena's has you covered with a wide variety of frozen take-home pierogies and dumplings. Go to Facebook at Lena's Pierogi House to see the weekly lineup of available flavors for dine-in or carry-out. Catch the best at Lena's Monday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Tuesday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. 20 North Main Street in Hubbard, or call 234-254-8532.
Veterans. The Mahoning County Veterans Service Commission is here to help you. Whether you served 5 years ago or 50 years ago, if you are honorably discharged from active military service, you may be eligible for benefits, including Veterans VA benefits, county financial assistance, assisted living benefits, and more. Our friendly and supportive staff is ready to help you. Go to mcveterans.org to see all of the benefits and services offered, or call today. The Mahoning County Veterans Service Commission, serving those who have served.
Passion, talent, development. NCAA hockey offers all that, and its players graduate at a 90% rate. Joe Pavelski.
Backhand scores! Wow, what a goal!
Johnny Gaudreau. And Torrey Krug were stars on campus before the NHL stage. Whether you are a fan or a player, nothing compares to college hockey. Visit collegehockeyinc.com and follow @collegehockey.
Champions of the college hockey world!
You're listening to Western Reserve Radio, home of the Youngstown Phantoms. On the Live 365 network and the Live 365 app.
Tom has been a teacher for over 40 years. One day, I think one of the students had asked the question and he didn't remember the answer. And I also noticed that he was letting his class out earlier than they were supposed to let out. I was really starting to worry.
Levi and I talked about how it would change our lives, but he was there beside me.
When something feels different, it could be Alzheimer's. Now is the time to talk. Visit alz.org/ourstories to learn more. A message from the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
We now return you to Phantoms Hockey on Western Reserve Radio and the voice of the Phantoms, Matt Lipsack.
Welcome back inside the UPMC Lemieux Sports Complex for the start of the second period. Phantoms lead Tri-City. 1-0 goal for Cooper Simpson, the former Tri-City student. Quick check on the high school football scores. Mineral Ridge up 30-0 in the second quarter on Waterloo. Girard leading Poland 28-0. We'll try to get some more high school football scores at the second intermission. Roll for initiative, second period is underway. Kaharchik wins to Dorado Wilson. DDD to Hamilton, back to Wilson, ahead to the line for Simpson to redirect into the left wing corner. Getting there first, however, was Leyland. He'll try to spin away from Kaharchik and does work it ahead to Murin. Murin into the zone, but bodied up by Hamilton. Puck left at the top of the circle, grabbed by Rusinski. Rue out to center for Kaharchik, gains the red line, backhands it into the left wing corner. Grabbed there by Brecken Smith. Spins it around the net to the near side. Locked into Kaharchik. Couldn't find Rusinski in the slot. Up to the point for Wilson. DDD to Hamilton. Shot. Pradle with the save as somebody's stick's broken in front. And in fact, it is a Youngstown stick due to a slash. And Youngstown will be heading back to the power play. And I believe heading to the box will be Samuel Murin. Or check that it's a slash on Cooper Simpson and a rough on Samuel Murin. We're going to skate 4-on-4. 39 seconds into this second period. And got to give a shout out to former Phantom Brett Murray stopping by the what passes for a broadcast booth here at the UPMC Lemieux Sports Complex. Got to spend the first intermission chatting with Murr. Haven't seen him in a couple of years. Brett Murray, of course, the Phantoms' most goals in a season record holder with 41 back in the 18-19 year. There's talk that Cooper Simpson may break that. But we have many miles to go as we're skating 4-on-4 for the next 2 minutes. Jardine with the steal. Carries it around his own cage to the near side. Found Thompson, drop back for Wilson. Back across for Hextall. Jack, red line and blue into the zone. Got a shot away blocker save by Pradle. Rebound pop past Thompson. And be skated ahead slowly by Cooper Brown. Tried to dance around Wilson and Jack, having absolutely none of it. He'll start to carry ahead. Jack danced past another man. Into the zone for Hextall. Hextall, toe drag, lost the puck. Grabbed by Jarvis. Fed around over looking for Wise, but he'll have to quickly dump it behind the cage because Jack Hextall was looking for that puck. Brusinski got a piece of the cross-ice pass by LaPointe. Lost his twig on the play. Pilgrim with it, spins in his own zone. Now across to Ozagani. Red line and blue into the Youngstown end. Got past Thompson, still has the puck. Carries around the cage, now in the right corner. Spun away once more, tried to feed it out in front, but that's right to the stick of McKinnon. Sends it up the far wall for Murphy. Gains the red line and carries into the TC zone, walks the blue line, and then will peel back. Trying to get it away from Ozagani, dropped it back dangerously for Hamilton. Jack into the zone, down the right side. Lost the puck to Wise, trying to get it back. He did. Found McKinnon in the corner. Malachi McKinnon over to Murphy. Carter around the cage. A little bit of a hook play continues. Murphy taking the boards in the right corner as McKinnon got to loose puck, tried to drive it behind, looking for Rusinski. 2-on-1 developing. Into the zone comes Leyland. Pulls up at the top of the circle, tried to feed it down low. Rusinski with the defense, and now we're back to 5-a-side. Coming ahead is McKinnon, fed it to Simpson as McKinnon took a big hit from Samuel Murin. Phantoms into the zone. Rusinski, shot off the post and under the glove of Michael Pradle. Ryan Rusinski inches from a 2-0 Phantoms lead. Turned into a 3-on-1 off the turnover. And Rusinski, I'm sure you could hear that ping on the crowd mic. Face-off controlled by the Storm as we are back to 5-a-side. 17 minutes left in the second. 1-0 Phantoms. Simpson lost the puck at center. Helm into the zone, being watched by Simpson in the left corner. Left it along the end wall for Springer. He'll battle with Morin. Vini in to take the puck away. And worked it to Kaharchik. Sent far side for Simpson, who quickly gathered it in and sent it to the end wall. Under the stick of Pradle, it came around to the near wall. Witkowski spun off the check of Springer, but lost the puck in the skates of the official as it rolled over to Madbeef. Sent up the wall by Jensen, kept at the line, came in front, but Vini couldn't get a stick on it. Back in the corner for Kaharchik. Down to a knee to Orlowski. Back to the left point for Morin. Shot blocked to the end wall, popped up into the slot, actually, where it's gloved down by Madbeef, and Tri-City will ice the puck. 16-11 left in this second period. Tri-City wins the draw in their own zone. Puck backhanded off the glass and out to center by Whitfield. Wilson ahead looking for Franks. Don't know if he got a piece of it. He did not, but Boucher got there and beat out the icing whistle. Orlovsky with it in the corner. Centering feed. O'Leary didn't have his stick down. Sorry, that is Franks 15, not 16. That's not going to be the first time that happens this season. Franks with it at the left point. Worked it down for Adams. Pass, however, bounced to Whitfield. Cleared out to Jensen. He'll skate through center 2-on-2. Jensen into the zone. Chipped it to the end wall. Heads off for a change. Tired Tri-City unit out there. Boucher. Over to Adams. And now Wilson. Jack carries ahead. Snapped it to the line for Franks. Couldn't find Boucher cutting down the middle. Coming ahead for the Storm is Doms. Into the zone. Pass ahead out of reach of Bloomer. Rolled behind the cage. Murphy looking for it. Getting there first in the right corner was Doms. Up to the right point. Now D to D over to LaPointe. Walked his way down into the corner, but pass for Bloomer didn't go. Good steal by Murphy. Fed it ahead to Boucher, who just sends it out to center. Picked up there by Doms and fired back in. Trable couldn't slow it down behind the cage, but came around to the far wall for Murphy to send out to center. Storm chipped it back in and then start a line change. Phantoms snap it out to center for Hextall. Into the zone 3-on-2 if they hurry. Jardine toe drag shot missed the cage. From well above the top of the right circle. Storm trying to stretch it out. It's ahead for Ozagani, but chipped away from him by Hamilton. High stick on the puck. I think that might have been on Ozagani at center. Or where are they going to drop the puck? Going to leave the faceoff in the Phantom zone, so high stick must have been on the Phantoms. Draw will be to the right of True. Brown to take the draw against Hextall. No, Brown's going to get kicked out of the circle. Stepping in to take the draw, Luka Jarvis. Phantoms win the draw, but Vitti could get the clear. It's Brown trying to center, looking for Jarvis. Pass wouldn't click as it's Hextall. Up the near wall to Jardine. Across over to Hamilton. Spins away from Brown, retreats into his own end. Able to backhand it out to center. Came off the stick of Ozagani and bounced to Roloff. Back to the Youngstown line for Brown. Danced around Hamilton. Fed it through. Was looking for Ozagani at the high slot. Pass rolled to the corner, however. Back to Hamilton. Fanned on that clearing attempt. Ozagani unable to get a stick on it as McKinnon behind him to Hextall. Now ahead for Vini. JT into the zone. Dropped it off for Hextall. Jack spins at the right half. Trying to work it down to Jardine. Did eventually as Jarge throws it far side, but Vini was heading to the bench. McKinnon, however, keeps the zone. Pinched off the puck by Roloff, but Hextall gets to that puck in the corner. Taken away from behind by Leyland. He'll carry up the far boards. Leyland to the red line in blue into the Youngstown end. Brought it to the hash marks and chipped it behind the cage. Coming around the net with speed was Braden Thompson. Stretched it out ahead, but nobody there for Youngstown. And the Phantoms will be guilty of an icing whistle with 13:26 left in the second period. 1-0 Phantoms. Face off to the left of Tobias Trail. They don't know how much I believe this. They haven't moved the shot counter since intermission. So apparently 6 minutes and 33 seconds, neither team has registered a shot on net. I know Ryan Rusitsky for sure rang one off the post. Tri-City carrying ahead through the neutral zone is Whitfield. Into the Phantoms end, send it over to Ernline around the kick plate. Comes near side for Murin. Back around into the right corner for Ernline. Tried to fire it up the boards. Taken away by Miller and worked to Bitkovsky. Maddie in the zone, 2-on-2 with O'Leary. In the middle for Miller as the trailer in the 3-on-2. And his shot from the hashes kicked out by Bradel. 3-on-2 the other way. Storm drop it off for a pad save by Trable on the shot. And now it's played back out the center for Bitkovsky. Stretched out to the far side for Miller. Miller left shot. Pad save by Bradel. Rebound to O'Leary. Chipped into the corner for Miller. To Bitkovsky. Shot. Pad save by Bradel. That ought to settle things down a little bit. As Murin carries ahead for the Storm. Ran into Ryan Rusitsky. Loose puck came to Simpson. His shot is blocked into the netting by Noah LaPointe. 12:18 left in the second as Rusinski and LaPointe trade some pleasantries. Separated by our linesman. Rusinski talking over the face-off play with Karchik. Then the two of them trying to decide who's going to take the face-off. It will be Rusinski. And Ru wins that draw, but the puck ended up bouncing off his skate over to LaPointe. Fired over to the far wall. Storm trying to clear. Helm, little trouble with it. Murphy held the line for a moment. The puck bounced right to LaPointe. Snapped ahead to the Youngstown line. Brecken Smith trying to get it deep. He has it, top of the circle. Smith between the circles, shot. Trable with the pad save. Rebound back to Smith's far side as he trucks Cooper Simpson. Carter Murphy, a little bit of a whack to the shins of Smith, and the Tri-City bench loves Simpson getting put down on his wallet. Storm with it as it's Smith off the glass and down in the Youngstown end where it's picked up by Vini. Out to the neutral zone for Rusinski. Peeled back into his own zone and found Vini coming right down the middle of the ice and into the TCN. Long distance wrister right to the glove of Michael Pradle, who holds on with 11:25 left in the second. 1-0 Phantoms. Opening goal of the season belonged to Cooper Simpson. If you haven't gotten a chance yet, head over to the Phantoms X account at Y-Town Phantoms and check out the replay of that Cooper Simpson goal. My goodness, there were some dangles going on there. Hextall kicked out of the circle. Jardine steps in to take the draw. And Jardine will win that draw to Hextall. To Jardine, fans on the one-timer at the left dot. Loose puck comes over to Ozagani to come ahead. Being defended by Hamilton. Ozagani to the backhand. Got it away, but a save by Trable, who holds. $11-12 left in the second. Shots now 14-9. Face-off won by Hextall into the corner. Vini out to center quickly, where it was gloved down by Roloff. Did it get it over to his stick and then played it to Ozagani. Trable missed it behind the cage, but covering up in the corner was Vini, who got it to center. Couldn't find McKinnon there, though, as it rolled to the Storm defense. Roloff, his pass ahead looking for Jarvis at the Youngstown line. Wouldn't go, and Jardine plays it off the glass and back out the center. Couldn't connect with McKinnon, though, and Leyland sends it out to center, where his pass for Brown couldn't click. Vini ahead off of Hextall. It rolled to Roloff, and behind the cage to Leyland. Fired it up the middle, off of Jarvis in the neutral zone. No icing here as Morin retreats for it into his own end. D over to Thompson. Out to the neutral zone for Hextall, and then Jardine in the middle of the ice. Jardine. Triple team, works it down low. McKinnon, the first one to it. He gets taken to the boards by Roloff, who then kicked it free. And Leyland will send it off the boards and out to center. Thompson getting interfered with at center, but they're going to call the penalty on Thompson. Thompson trying to play the puck, and Malmquist all over him. But Thompson's the one they're sending to the box. Don't agree with that call at all. Phantoms to their second power play of the game as Brayden Thompson called for holding. Time of the penalty, 9:52. Face off to the left of Trable. Rusinski to take the draw. And won it cleanly to Hamilton, who gets to clear. That one might have been on net, might have been just wide of the net had it gone all the way to the goal line, but Pradle has to make a stop there. Carrying ahead, Matt Vieve drops it back for Ozagani, and then over to Doms into the zone. Trades it off to Murin. Around to the far side for Ozagani, back down into the corner for Helm. Loose puck grabbed by Hamilton, and off the window down the ice. That one off the window and on net again. Cradle with the save. Matt Vieve starts to carry ahead for the Storm. Drops it back for Doms. Ahead to Ozagani. Into the zone, right wing walls. The Phantom glove goes spinning. Over to Murin, top of the left circle. Quickly across. Right side for a shot by Ozagani, answered by Trable. Doms the loose puck. Less than a minute remaining on the power play. In fact, 55 seconds. Doms, right corner to Ozagani. Back to the right point. Back to Doms. Skate to stick, right point. Floated down low for Murin. Back to the right point. And now Murin down low again. Center point for Matt Vieve. Back to Murin. Quickly across for a shot by Doms. Was looking for the top corner, far side. And that one was off the corner glass. And down into the TCN. Back for it. Matt Vieve turned it over to Hextall. Jack looking for help. Instead, we'll just cycle it down low. Matty Bukowski throwing a bump down there, but skating ahead with the puck is Mason Jensen. To Jarvis. Back to Jensen into the zone. Thought Jarvis was ahead of a play. He was. And the Storm are offside with 9 seconds left in the power play. Neutral zone draw near side. Rusinski to take the draw against Springer. Springer with the face-off win. Leyland into the zone down the left side, being watched by Murphy. Leyland threw it through the mouth of blue paint. Nobody there on the weak side for Tri-City as Jardine prowls the puck, and out of the box comes Braden Thompson. Tri-City power play 0 for 2 as it's turned over. Smith into the zone. Got around his man, but Murphy able to recover and grab the puck. Worked it to Jardine, but his pass for Rusinski redirected. Came back to Jardine. Jarts, shot was blocked to the corner. Tried to throw the loose puck quickly back to the net, but it came to Thompson near corner. Simpson to the point for Murphy. Into the slot for Rusinski. Skate to tick. Stick. Turns, fires. Rebound was there for Jardine, but swept out of danger after the initial shot by Rusinski was kicked out. Storm carry ahead to the red line. And they'll fire it to the left wing corner. Ernwine tangled up with Wilson. Puck came to Hamilton. Fed it to the skates of Rusinski. Banked it out to center where it's grabbed by LaPointe. Skated the red line and backhanded it to the end wall. Wilson got there first and left it for Hamilton. Far wall for Simpson. Sauced it out to the TC line for O'Leary, but couldn't take it cleanly. Kyle able to regather and dump it in deep. Cradle. Turn it over to Kuharczyk. Fit it out and what? Unable to chip it home, Kyle O'Leary. Storm back into the Youngstown zone. They tried to center looking for LaPointe, as then LaPointe knocked a man down from behind. No call coming as O'Leary brought it into the zone offside as a pass was redirected. And we'll have our media timeout. 6:40 left in the second. Youngstown leads 1-0. Back in 60 seconds here on Western Reserve Radio and Flow Hockey.
Are you tired of switching apps just to catch your favorite shows and live events? Say hello to the iMedia One Network app, your one-stop destination for streaming and everything that matters. From national sports to exclusive local content, Western Reserve Radio, Western Reserve Radio 2, and City View Sportscast are now all in one place, anytime, anywhere. Download the free iMedia One Network app on iOS and Android and unlock the future of sports audio in the palm of your hand. The iMedia One Network, your sports app in the Valley.
We now return you to Phantoms Hockey on Western Reserve Radio and the voice of the Phantoms, Matt Lipsack.
Welcome back inside the UPMC Lemieux Sports Complex. 6:38 left in the second period. Phantoms lead 1-0. And here they are on the attack again as Ryan Franks battling against Matt Vive in the left corner. Got it to Boucher up the wall to Orlowski. Jesse to the point. More and one-timer. Redirected on the net and just wide. Good stick by Boucher. Rebound to the Storm. They'll get it out to center. Into the zone comes Jarvis. Traded it off to Brown. Whipped it around the wall, but it's going to come to Orlowski. Send it to the middle of the ice. Grabbed by Jarvis. Tripped. Brown shot. Blocked and into the corner. Phantoms heading back to the penalty kill. As they tripped up Luka Jarvis. Ryan Franks, or is it Owen Boucher? It is Owen Boucher, the guilty party. Third power play of the game for Tri-City. 6 minutes exactly left in the second, so time of the tripping call to Boucher, 14 minutes. Shout out to Brendan Miller back in Youngstown, keeping things up to date on social media for you. Follow the Phantoms on X at YTown Phantoms, Facebook and Instagram at Youngstown Phantoms. The Harchick to take the draw against Pilgrim. And Pilgrim wins that draw cleanly back to the right point to Leyland. Top left circle for Jarvis, back to Leyland. Shot, Trable with the pad save, rebound to Jarvis, but lost it. Hamilton grabs it, rips it around the kick plate, kept to the right point by Pilgrim. Down the wall it goes, and back to Pilgrim at the point. Now center point for Leyland. Skates over to the far side, trades it off to Pilgrim, got past Rusinski. Credit to Jarvis, pass was in his skates, able to regather, works it to Pilgrim at the point. Walks the blue line, now back to Jarvis. Right circle shot. Trable with the mask save. Couldn't catch the rebound, however. Kaharchik to the rebound. And he'll bring it ahead. Kaharchik tried to go inside out on his van and lost his footing. But the puck rolled to Rusinski in the corner. Rue, killing time. Came in front and off the skates of Bodie Leyland. Be careful there, Michael Pradle. Puck pinballing around your skates. Never fun for a goaltender. Into the zone now comes Jensen. Left circle, watched by Vini. Up to the point for Jarvis. Center point for Leyland. Halfway gone on the penalty kill. Jarvis, shot, Trable save, rebound loose. Swept out to the right point. Hustling over for it is McKinnon, who gets taken down. Maybe a high stick, maybe a hook. It was honestly both at the same time, but you're only going to get one penalty on the play. As Malachi McKinnon checking the chicklets right in front of the Tri-City penalty box. Amber Martinelli out to take a look. There's certain penalties you got to take that could have ended up as a shorthanded 2-on-1 for the Phantoms. And it's going to be 4 minutes, a double minor for high sticking on Luka Jarvis. So if the Phantoms can score in the first 2 minutes, once this does become a man advantage, they'll get the full 2 minutes on the back end. So 4-on-4 for 47 seconds. Again, Youngstown leads 1-0 on the first period, goal by Cooper Simpson. Phantoms had 5 skaters on the ice, and no, can't do that yet, boys. Need Boucher out of the box first. Jardine to take the draw against, I think, Cam Springer. Again, Tri-City jerseys, very hard to read. Jardine wins the faceoff cleanly, kept it left point by Wilson. Worked down the wall to Hextall, tried to bump it over to Jardine. The pass was elevated, and it is grabbed by Malmquist. Sent over to the right side to Wise. Back across, now up to the line. For Springer to carry ahead. Has Malmquist with him. They try to run the give and go, but the puck bounces over to Jardine, who will trade it off to Wilson. 20 seconds left in the 4-on-4. Then Youngstown will have, 3:13 or something like that of a double minor power play. Simpson just killing time in his own zone right now. 5 seconds left in the 4-on-4. Jardine spins away from Malmquist, walks the blue line. Great work there by Jards, who can work the puck to Wilson. Jack around the cage, got it to Hextall. And now Boucher out of the box. Phantoms are on the power play. It's the second power play of the game for Youngstown. Puck still tangled up in the right corner. Inside of 3 minutes left on this power play for Youngstown. Wilson heads to the bench as Simpson has the puck. Toe drag, shot just missed the cage. Cradle was down early. Simpson was looking for the top corner. Would not go as McKinnon carries into the zone. Floats it over to the far wall for Hextall. Jack. One hand on stick, protecting. Trying to keep it away from Brecken Smith. Center point for McKinnon. Right circle for Simpson. Ripped across. Hextall. Shot. Scores! There's a snake in my boot. Jack Hextall pops the bottle and gives Youngstown a 2-0 lead. Time of the goal, 16:45. And Youngstown will get the full 2 minutes on the back end as well. See if they can't stretch this advantage even further. So I believe that will be Hextall from, I think, Simpson and McKinnon. Again, time of the goal, power play goal, 16:45. Kaharchik to take the draw against Pilgrim as O'Leary and LaPointe have a spirited discussion on the near side of the faceoff circle. It's the faceoff won cleanly by Pilgrim back into his own end. Skating into it is Leyland, who will turn and give it up to Brecken Smith, who sent it as far as the Youngstown line where it hit the skates of Carter Murphy. Carter carries ahead and dropped it back for Wilson. Puck popped on him, but Murphy able to gather it at the red line. Brought it in just onside and will trade it off to Wilson. Jack on the right wall. Center point for Murphy. Skate to stick. He'll come far side. Murphy, left dot. Shot. Cradle with the save. Rebound in the corner where Murphy will send it to O'Leary. O'Leary forced behind the cage. Send it back into the corner. Bukowski trying to get there first. Murphy in as well. But the puck comes to Leyland, who sent it into the Phantoms bench. I'm informed by Sam Olmstead of the Dump and Chase podcast that he does not maintain a who scored the second goal of the season list, and more's the pity. Face off to the right of Cradle. 1:16 left in the power play. Top power play unit back out for Youngstown. Face off, however, won by the Storm. Leyland clears the line. Just hopped on McKinnon and coming ahead are the Storm. It's Dobbs. Dobbs coming in, went to the backhand, getting the save with Cable. They're going to get Cooper Simpson, I believe, for a slash. They're going to give him a penalty shot. Cooper Simpson pleading his case, but Ashton Dobbs has been awarded a penalty shot. Tobias Trable, his first game in the USHL. But it looks like taking the penalty shot is going to be Lincoln Helm. All right. Helm, right-handed shooter, swings out to the right. With speed to the hash marks. Blocker save by Trable. Faceoff will be in the Phantom zone. Cooper Simpson does not go to the penalty box. I believe there's some levels of hockey where a penalty shot and still the minor penalty, if it's not converted, are the rule. But we stay 5-on-4 for the next 1:04 unless Youngstown can get another power play marker. And it's 1 for 2 on the power play. This is going to get kicked out of the circle. Cooper Simpson with the false start. Hextall will step in to take the draw. take that face-off against Connor Brown. Phantoms yelling for the line. Phantom fans yelling for the linesman to drop the puck. Face-off one forward by Brown. Bounced it toward the blue paint, but it never got in on Trable. Jardine to the puck. Drops it back for McKinnon. Back to the line for Jardine. Redirected into the corner, but Brown got there first. His parry attempt, however, hit Jardine and came to Hextall. Played up toward the point, kept by McKinnon at the line. Over the right circle for Simpson. Fired across. Hextall. Shot missed the cage. Stayed in play. Jardine swept it around the wall. Nobody knew where the puck was. And it came out to center. 30 seconds left in the power play for Youngstown. McKinnon to the line for Jardine into the zone down the left side. Back to McKinnon at the point. Back to Jardine at the half. Down low for Hextall. Across. Simpson. Shot missed the cage. And the puck bounced under the stick of Jardine and went out to center. He'll hustle back for it and play it over to McKinnon. 15 seconds left in the power play. McKinnon into the zone. Center point. Morin over to Hamilton. Side of the cage. Rusinski. Puck rolled on him. To Hamilton. One-timer. Saved by Pradle. Rebound is loose as out of the box comes Luka Jarvis. Tri-City able to kill off the second half, but Phantoms converted on the first half. They lead 2-0. Rusinski to the line, looking for McKinnon. Pass denied, came to Hamilton, and now it's Orlowski. Orlowski across the top of the circles. Less than a minute remaining in the second period. 2-0 Phantoms. Orlowski. Shot was blocked, came to Hamilton. He'll turn and fire right to the glove of Pradle, who holds. .7 left in the second period. Phantoms lead 2-0. Shots on goal 17-13 in favor of Youngstown. Face off to the right of Pradle. And Boucher won the draw, looking for it in his skates as Orlowski couldn't get his stick free and skated ahead by Murin. Murin, backhander on the cage, but a pad save by Trable. Rebound to Murphy. Play to Orlowski. Jesse to Franks at the red line, shifted to the TC zone. Murin and Franks battle in the left corner. As Franks got away with the slash. No, he did not get away with the slash. The center ice official saw it. And Ryan Franks will take his third penalty of the game. Easy call for the official. 22.5 left in the second. The Phantoms will head to the penalty kill. Face off to the left of Trable. Again, 22.5 left in the period. Rusinski to take the draw against Pilgrim. Rusinski won it, but the puck hopped over the stick of Hamilton. Tri-City able to get control. Up to the point, it's Leyland. Skates past Kuharczyk. Leyland, the defenseman, still with it. 10 seconds left in the period. Jarvis, point to point, and now back to Jarvis, left point. Floats it to Leyland. Over to the top of the right circle. Pilgrim shot, missed the cage. 2 seconds and one, and that will do it for the second period. Power play goal for Jack Hextall has doubled the Phantoms' lead, and at the end of 40 minutes, they lead the Tri-City Storm 2-0. Shots on goal for the game, 17-16 in favor of Youngstown. We're going to go ahead and step aside for a timeout. When we come back, we will have the second intermission report here for you on Western Reserve Radio and Flow Hockey.
Passion, talent, development. NCAA hockey offers all that, and its players graduate at a 90% rate. Joe Pavelski.
Backhand scores! Wow, what a goal!
Johnny Gaudreau. And Torrey Krug were stars on campus before the NHL stage. Whether you are a fan or a player, nothing compares to college hockey. Visit collegehockeyinc.com and follow @collegehockey.
Champions of the college hockey world!
Veterans. The Mahoning County Veteran Service Commission is here to help you. Whether you served 5 years ago or 50 years ago, if you are honorably discharged from active military service, you may be eligible for benefits, including Veterans VA benefits, county financial assistance, assisted living benefits, and more. Our friendly and supportive staff is ready to help you. Go to mcveterans.org to see all of the benefits and services offered, or call today. The Mahoning County Veteran Service Commission, serving those who have served.
Discount Power Sports LLC is continuing to grow. They offer ATVs, dirt bikes, go-karts, electric bicycles, while offering off-road power sport repair services. Located at 758 North Main Street in Hubbard, right next to the newly renovated Village Tavern. Discount Power Sports LLC also offers financing and accepts all major credit cards. Discount Power Sports LLC. Find them online at discountpowersports.biz. Discount Power Sports LLC, where value meets adventure.
Are you tired of switching apps just to catch your favorite shows and live events? Say hello to the iMedia One Network app, your one-stop destination for streaming and everything that matters. From national sports to exclusive local content, Western Reserve Radio, Western Reserve Radio 2, and City View Sportscast are now all in one place, anytime, anywhere. Download the free iMedia One Network app on iOS and Android and unlock the future of sports audio in the palm of your hand. The iMedia One Network, your sports app in the Valley. Are you ready to hit the gridiron and make your mark? The Cleveland Cobras are recruiting players and coaches for the upcoming Premier Amateur Football League season. We're looking for passion, grit, and the relentless drive to win. Whether you're a seasoned vet or hungry rookie, your shot starts now. Join a brotherhood, build a legacy, strike with the Cobras. Follow us on Facebook at Cleveland Cobras Football, or for league information, visit TAFLfootball.com to get started today. Team, pride, Cobras.
What is dedication?
I am the father of a 9-year-old little girl and a 6-year-old little boy, and I find fatherhood both relentlessly challenging and relentlessly rewarding. My daughter is biological and my son is adopted. I love them both so much, from the morning when you wake up to putting them to bed at night, and every moment in between. It really is so special, and boy, is it exhausting. One thing that I fear about being a parent is the future for my children. I think a parent's job is to protect our children, but also prepare them for the world so they become good, kind human beings. But I'm also hopeful that the future holds a more inclusive and compassionate world for them.
That's dedication. Find out more at fatherhood.gov. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
If you're worried your friend may be struggling, remember, you don't have to be there to be there.
You could say, how are you, or get a fake tattoo. You could ask with an app if it works for you. You could chat on the game, kick off your flip-flops. You could ask on your couch while you binge watch.
Whatever gets you talking.
Reach out to a friend about their mental health. Learn how you can help at seizetheawkward.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council, American Foundation for Suicide Prevention, and the Jed Foundation.
We now return you to Phantoms Hockey on Western Reserve Radio and the voice of the Phantoms, Matt Lipsack.
Welcome back inside the UPMC Lemieux Sports Complex for the second intermission report. At the end of 40 minutes of play, the Youngstown Phantoms have a 2-0 lead on the Tri-City Storm. Shots on goal for the game, 17-16 in favor of Youngstown. Storm outshoot Youngstown 10-6 in that second period, but the only goal of the period belonged to Jack Hextall. It was a power play goal at 16:45, Hexie's first of the campaign. Cooper Simpson and Malachi McKinnon with the helpers, and Malachi McKinnon, if you can believe it, his first point in the USHL, 9 games with the Fargo Force last year, couldn't register a point, but here has a point in his first one as a Phantom. And again, the Phantoms goal in the first period that gave them the 1-0 lead off the stick of Cooper Simpson. And they have had an assist to Jack Hamilton on that goal. And again, if you get the opportunity, go check out the Phantoms X account at Y-Town Phantoms and take a look at that goal from Cooper Simpson. Definitely highlight worthy. Lots of penalties in that second period. Pair matching minors at the 39-second mark. Salmon Murin called for roughing. Cooper Simpson called for slashing. 9:52, Brayden Thompson called for interference. 14-minute mark, Ryan Franks called for tripping. 15-13, Luka Jarvis given a double minor for high sticking. That was the penalty that led to the power play goal for Hextall. Then in 1937, Ryan Franks called for slashing, and there are 1:38 remaining on that when we resume the third period. There was also a penalty shot at the 17:42 mark. Lincoln Helm against Tobias Trebel. Trebel able to make the save and keep the Storm off the board. Trebel has stopped 17 out of 17. Michael Pradle has stopped 15 out of 16. Phantom power play is 1 for 3. Tri-City power play 0 for 3, and we are in the middle of their fourth power play. And that, again, that will be 1:38 on the clock when we start the third period. We're going to go ahead and step aside for 3 minutes, and when we come back, we'll take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard here for you on Western Reserve Radio and Flow Hockey.
Are you tired of switching apps just to catch your favorite shows and live events? Say hello to the iMedia One Network app, your one-stop destination for streaming and everything that matters. From national sports to exclusive local content, Western Reserve Radio, Western Reserve Radio 2, and City View Sportscast are now all in one place, anytime, anywhere. Download the free iMedia One Network app on iOS and Android and unlock the future of sports audio in the palm of your hand. The iMedia One Network, your sports app in the Valley.
Discount Power Sports LLC is continuing to grow. They offer ATVs, dirt bikes, go-karts, electric bicycles, while offering off-road power sport repair services. Located at 758 North Main Street in Hubbard, right next to the newly renovated Village Tavern. Discount Power Sports LLC also offers financing and accepts all major credit cards. Discount Power Sports LLC. Find them online at discountpowersports.biz. Discount Power Sports LLC, where value meets adventure.
During the fall and winter, grilling season never ends, and Gessler Propane is your local supplier that makes sure you get your hard-earned money's worth. Why go to gas exchanges to pay higher prices for tanks not filled to capacity? Gessler Propane makes sure you're prepared for year-round grilling with 100% filled tanks at a reasonable cost. See Bob Monday through Friday, 10 to 4, and Saturday, 9 to 3 at Gessler Propane, 702 Youngstown Poland Road, Struthers, or call 330-755-9119. Gessler Propane. They got gas.
Village Tavern's been a beloved local landmark in Hubbard, Ohio for nearly a century, and now it's better than ever. Recently renovated and still serving up the same warm hospitality, the Village Tavern is your go-to spot for great food, cold drinks, and a laid-back atmosphere. Whether you're stopping in for dinner, catching up with friends, or just looking to relax, you'll enjoy a full menu of American favorites, rotating drink specials, and friendly service that makes every visit memorable. Be sure to visit the Village Tavern at 746 North Main Street in Hubbard, right next to Repair That Glass. To learn more, go to villagetavern3.com. Lena's Pierogi House is your home for the area's best variety of pierogies. Daily specials include the Polish platter, the Hungarian platter, stuffed cabbage, and halushki. Having a last-minute get-together? Lena's has you covered with a wide variety of frozen take-home pierogies and dumplings. Go to Facebook at Lena's Pierogi House to see the weekly lineup of available flavors for dine-in or carry-out. Catch the best at Lena's Monday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Tuesday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. 20 North Main Street in Hubbard, or call 234-254-8532.
Veterans, the Mahoning County Veterans Service Commission is here to help you. Whether you served 5 years ago or 50 years ago, if you are honorably discharged from active military service, you may be eligible for benefits, including Veterans VA benefits, county financial assistance, assisted living benefits, and more. Our friendly and supportive staff is ready to help you. Go to mcveterans.org to see all of the benefits and services offered, or call today. The Mahoning County Veterans Service Commission, serving those who have served.
Passion, talent, development. NCAA hockey offers all that, and its players graduate at a 90% rate. Joe Pavelski.
Backhand scores! Wow, what a goal!
Johnny Gaudreau. And Torrey Krug were stars on campus before the NHL stage. Whether you are a fan or a player, nothing compares to college hockey. Visit collegehockeyinc.com and follow @collegehockey.
Champions of the college hockey Hockey World.
You're listening to Western Reserve Radio, home of the Youngstown Phantoms. On the Live 365 network and the Live 365 app.
We now return you to Phantoms Hockey on Western Reserve Radio and the voice of the Phantoms, Matt Lipsack.
Back inside the UPMC Lemieux Sports Complex in Cranberry Township, Pennsylvania, during the second intermission report. Phantoms lead Tri-City 2-0. Let's take a look at the other scores in the USHL. Only other game going on right now is between the Omaha Lancers and the Chicago Steel, who both started off their season 1-0. And they are tied at 1 at the end of the first period. That game going on about 100 feet behind me on Rink 1. Earlier today, Cedar Rapids able to hold off a late comeback from Des Moines and get a 3-2 win. Sioux Falls in a shootout. They scored 2 third-period goals in order to force overtime, and they will get the bonus point in the shootout. They down the Green Bay Gamblers 3-2. In what was just the second Western Conference win against the Eastern Conference so far here in this Fall Classic. Through the early games, Eastern Conference 5-1, I believe, coming into the game tonight. That stat courtesy of Drew Steele, the voice of the Madison Capitals. Take a look at some high school football scores. Austintown Fitch up 35-6 on Akron Butchell. Salem up 26-7 on Beaver Local. Liberty with a 27-0 lead on Brookfield. Garfield up 28-7 on Champion. Cheney leads Canfield 21-14. East up 14-0 on Cleveland Shaw. CVCA leads Bourbon 28-10. St. Clairsville up 38-0 on East Liverpool. East Palestine leads Southern 34-6. Girard up 35-0 on Garaway. La Brea leads Newton Falls 27-0. Columbiana up 21-0 on Latonia. Lakeville leads Niles 21-7. McDonald up 14-6 on Jackson Milton. Poland up 35-7 on Hubbard at the half. South Range leads Struthers 23-14. Crestview up 28-0 on Southeast. Springfield leads Camel 17-0. United Local up 20-0 on Lisbon. Mineral Ridge leads Waterloo 37-0 at the half. West Branch up 28-0 on Howland. And that will do it for our out-of-town scoreboard and the second intermission report. We're going to go ahead and step aside for a 3-minute, 30-second timeout. When we come back, third period action between the Youngstown Phantoms and Tri-City Storm. Here for you on Western Reserve Radio and Flow Hockey.
Veterans. The Mahoning County Veteran Service Commission is here to help you. Whether you served 5 years ago or 50 years ago, if you are honorably discharged from active military service, you may be eligible for benefits, including Veterans VA benefits, county financial assistance, assisted living benefits, and more. Our friendly and supportive staff is ready to help you. Go to mcveterans.org to see all of the benefits and services offered, or call today. The Mahoning County Veteran Service Commission, serving those who have served.
Discount Power Sports LLC is continuing to grow. They offer ATVs, dirt bikes, go-karts, electric bicycles, while offering off-road power sport repair services. Located at 758 North Main Street in Hubbard, right next to the newly renovated Village Tavern. Discount Power Sports LLC also offers financing and accepts all major credit cards. Discount Power Sports LLC. Find them online at discountpowersports.biz. Discount Power Sports LLC, where value meets adventure.
Passion, talent, development. NCAA hockey offers all that, and its players graduate at a 90% rate. Joe Pavelski.
Backhand scores! Wow, what a goal!
Johnny Gaudreau. And Torrey Krug were stars on campus before the NHL stage. Whether you are a fan or a player, nothing compares to college hockey. Visit collegehockeyinc.com and follow @collegehockey.
Champions of the college hockey world!
Lena's Pierogi House is your home for the area's best variety of pierogies. Daily specials include the Polish platter, the Hungarian platter, stuffed cabbage, and halushki. Having a last-minute get-together? Lena's has you covered with a wide variety of frozen take-home pierogies and dumplings. Go to Facebook at Lena's Pierogi House to see the weekly lineup of available flavors for dine-in or carry-out. Catch the best at Lena's Monday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Tuesday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. 20 North Main Street in Hubbard, or call 234-254-8532.
What I know about courage, I learned from my adoptive mom. She said sometimes you just gotta hold on and know we'll get through this. Mom, we are so high up. Hold my hand.
No, you hold my hand.
Here we go.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. You can't imagine the reward. Visit adoptuskids.org to find out more.
I learned patience from my adoptive dad. All he had to say was,
"Hey, you got this. Just breathe." Hey, we're pretty good.
Yeah.
Might have to start a band.
I got it.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. You can't imagine the reward. Visit adoptuskids.org to find out more. This message is brought to you by Adopt US Kids, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, and the Ad Council.
My mother was always very active and independent, and she was familiar with her neighborhood. But one day, she stopped at the stop sign for much longer than usual. She wasn't even really sure where she was at.
It's important for you to talk to someone about it. I felt so much better after my son told me, "Mom, we'll figure it out."
When something feels different, it could be Alzheimer's. Now is the time to talk. Visit alz.org/ourstories to learn more. A message from the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
Someone's got to set the tone out there, boys. Someone's got to set it.
The station that sets the tone for Youngstown Phantoms hockey is Western Reserve Radio. WRTV, The Scourge.
We now return you to Phantoms Hockey on Western Reserve Radio and the voice of the Phantoms, Matt Lipsack.
For initiative, third period is underway. Stick of Owen Boucher goes flying into the TC zone as Youngstown enters offside just 6 seconds into this third period. Welcome back into the UPMC Lemieux Sports Complex, ladies and gentlemen. Phantoms lead 2-0 here as we start the third and final period of regulation. And Rosinski kicked out of the circle. Owen Boucher will step in to take the draw. Again, Phantoms killing the penalty here. 1:33 left on that penalty clock. All right, they're going to let Rosinski take the faceoff. Thought the far linesman had waved him out. And Rosinski wins the draw to Boucher, who will just kind of chip it down the near wall and down into the TCN. Leyland carrying into the zone. Ran into Jack Wilson, but able to regather the puck. Carries it around the cage to the near side up to the point for Pilgrim. Pilgrim flicked it across off the stick of Rosinski. Pinballed to the corner, then back to Pilgrim at the point. Now center point, Leyland got a shot away. Pad saved by Trable. Rebound to the far wall where Jarvis fed it up to Pilgrim, but he had to take the pass out at center. More than halfway home here on the penalty as the loose puck came to Jack Hextall, and he will clear down the ice, go down after it. Jack actually going to get into the corner first, and he'll just rip it back out to center where he found Jardine. Drop back for JT Vini, 40 seconds left in the penalty, back into the zone for Jack Hextall. Jack, between the circles, tried to get a shot away. It was blocked. Loose puck picked up by Doms, but taken by Hextall to Jardine, and his shot from the slot answered by Pradle. Storm back ahead. Doms to the near wall, send it around the kick plate. It'll come far side. It bounced off of Hextall to Vini. His clearing attempt hit Jardine, came right back to Vini, and he will send it down the length of the ice, just wide of the cage. Pradle sets it up for Ozagani, but there's only 5 seconds left on the power play for Tri-City. In fact, now out of the box comes Ryan Franks, and Youngstown is back to full strength. Off the skates of Ozagani, it goes into the Youngstown end behind the cage. Vini got there first, sent it around the wall to McKinnon. Jump past the linesman, comes into the zone 3-on-3. Spins at the top of the circle, whips it across off the stick of Cooper Simpson. Regathers at the half wall up to the point for Morin. His shot over the He scores! He's having fun looking out for number one. It's redirected in by Matushka Harchik. Phantoms now lead 3-0. Time of the goal, 1:59. Lucky bounce off of Michael Bradle, off of Kuharchik at the side of the blue paint and right into the cage. Officials having a good chuckle about something as face-off controlled by Tri-City. Cam Springer delivers a cross-check to Matty Bukowski as Youngstown controls the draw. Bukowski spun one towards the cage. O'Leary couldn't get a redirect. Now it's O'Leary with it in the corner. Feeds it in front looking for Bukowski, but Prater will throw out that left-handed trapper and snag that elevated puck. .46 left in the third. Big insurance goal there from Matushka Harchik. Bukowski going to be kicked out of the circle. Winning the draw will be O'Leary. Bukowski after it. Up to the point looking for Thompson. Intercepted by Bloomer and sent down the ice. No icing here. Trable out to play. It sends it up the far wall. Grabbed by Bloomer. Hit off the skates of Kyle O'Leary where it ricocheted to Morin. Across over to Miller. Off of Bukowski and out to center. Came to O'Leary 2-on-1. O'Leary with Thompson. O'Leary shot. Bradle with the save. Thompson to the rebound. To Miller. Back to Miller. Backhander. Rebound score! You do not know the power of the dark side. Matty Bukowski puts home the rebound, and Youngstown leads 4-0. Time of the goal, 2:50. Very simple on that one. Bradle made the save, and the rebound came to the weak side. And Bukowski, the left-handed shot, able to get his stick free and get it into the cage as Tri-City controlled the draw, but Franks forced the issue back down to the other end. Bradle from behind his cage sends it up the far wall. Bounced off, a man puck pinballing around, settles down for Orlovsky. He'll chip it down deep. Whitfield, the first one to it. Spun up to the point, kept by Franks. Franks fed it in front, looking for Boucher. It wouldn't go. Coming in is Brecken Smith. Out to Whitfield and then ripped into the zone. Wilson. Back out to center it goes. Roloff with it. Knocked off the puck by Orlovsky. Jesse in the zone, 2-on-4. Back to Koharchik joining the play. Worked it up to the point, but Simpson unable to hold the zone. He'll retreat to the red line at center. Poked off a his stick nicely by Jarvis. Luca into the zone. Centering feed, looking for a man. Crashing to the cage. Trimble with the save. His stick goes flying, but the puck is out of the net. Simpson slows down play, tells his goaltender, go get your twig. And now we'll start to carry ahead. Dances past Connor Brown. Into the zone to Hamilton. And we have a penalty. I think maybe a high stick. I see Cooper Simpson heading to the sin bin. Nope, slashing is the call on Cooper Simpson for the second time tonight. Time of the penalty, 4:18. Face-off controlled by the Storm. But the Phantoms able to force the issue back out to center. Phantoms get another clear. 20 seconds already gone on the power play for Tri-City as Hextall forcing the issue against Matthew, able to work it over. Jardine with the steal. Going to retreat to center instead of keeping on the attack with Hextall. Dropped it back for Hamilton. D over to Murphy, and Carter will fire a full slapper down the ice. Went on net. Pradel makes the save. Matt Vive with the carry. Got away from Rusinski, used the free hand to turn him, but stopped just short of a holding call. Ozagani into the zone. Ozagani with the shot pad save by Trable. Phantoms clear it up the near wall, kept to the right point by Matt Vive. Work back down the wall, grabbed by Doms. Doms between the circle, shot. Trable with the save, he holds. Pushing and shoving ensues in front of the net. 4-0 Phantoms. 14:42 left in the third. 101 left on the slashing call to Cooper Simpson. I believe Cooper Simpson has factored on 3 of the 4 Phantom goals here tonight. Face off to the right of Trable. Kaharczyk to take the draw against Brown. Tri-City with control. To the right point, it's Leyland. Top of the left circle, Jarvis. Fed it down low, was blocked by Vini. Came back to Jarvis. Back into the corner, Jarvis again. Up to the point for Leyland. Back to the left half for Jarvis. Down low, across. Pilgrim, shot blocked by Kaharczyk. Fed in front, grabbed by Morin to Kaharczyk, looking for some open ice. Bodied up by Brown, off the window and out to center. Great work by Kaharczyk. 30 seconds left in the slashing call to Cooper Simpson. Jensen ahead to the line. Worked it past Morin, but it's going to roll to Wilson behind the cage. And Jack clears it up the middle and down the ice. Pradel sets it up off the end wall for Pilgrim. Pilgrim to Leyland. Red line and blue into the zone. Losing his stick was Rusinski. Puck came to the side of the network. Wilson slaps it around the boards and back out to center, and out of the box comes Cooper Simpson. So Phantom's back to full strength. We're at 5-a-side. The puck comes to center for Simpson. Cooper spins to his own line, starts to carry ahead while the Storm are changing. Cooper, left circle, got a shot away, but put it right into the glove of Michael Pradel. 13:21 left in the third. 4-0 Youngstown. Shots on goal now read 21-21 in favor. Oh, I guess 21-21, there is no favor there. Now, some things you just say automatically when you start to read a stat. That's one of those things. It is known. Face off to the right of Pradel. They're going to kick Rusinski out of the circle. Bukowski steps in to take the draw. And Bukowski won that draw over to Rusinski. Lost the puck, however. But this one, as it was battled for off the stick of Cam Springer, hopped up into the meshing as LaPointe and Rusinski need to be separated again. That's second or third time in at least tonight that those two have gotten together after whistles. Phantoms will go for the full sail line change. 13:13 left in the third. Youngstown with the 4-0 lead. Boucher to take the draw. And he will win that draw. Hamilton walking down the wall, but pinched badly, and it's a 2-on-1. Smith coming across. Fed it through, and that unable to take that pass was Malmquist. And the rush broken off for Tri-City. Here it's Smith with a shot from the top of the left circle. Missed the net, caught the corner glass, stayed in the zone. Played out to center, however, by Franks. Yes, Tri-City offside here. They do touch up, but it's the Phantoms defense with it as Hamilton plays it ahead to the line for Orlowski. Got a shot away, shoulder save by Pradel, and the rebound. Unfortunately, Franks just able to get it down to his stick. Carried ahead now by Smith. Brecken into the zone, has Malmquist with him. Long distance shot, easily snagged by Tobias Trable. 12:33 left in the third. Face off to the left of Trable. Hextall to take the draw against Doms. And a quick shot on the net as the puck came loose, and Bloomer stopped by Trable. Jardine ahead into the zone. Jards fed it through the low slot. McKinnon couldn't get there in time. Vini couldn't hold the zone. That puck pinballed around on him. Morin back for it to defend in his own end. Back to Vini. JT gains the red line, cuts to the middle, brings it into the zone. Split a couple of defenders. Vini shot, Pradle save, and he holds. Big smile on the face of JT Vini. Big man showing off the dangles a little bit. 12 minutes left in the third. Phantoms will do the full sail line change again. And actually, we're going to have our media timeout. 12 minutes left in the third. Phantoms lead 4-0 back in 60 here on Western Reserve Radio and Flow Hockey.
Veterans, the Mahoning County Veterans Service Commission is here to help you. Whether you served 5 years ago or 50 years ago, if you are honorably discharged from active military service, you may be eligible for benefits, including Veterans VA benefits, county financial assistance, assisted living benefits, and more. Our friendly and supportive staff is ready to help you. Go to mcveterans.org to see all of the benefits and services offered, or call today. The Mahoning County Veterans Service Commission, serving those who have served.
The stations that always keep you in the zone.
I love it.
It's awesome.
Western Reserve Radio, Western Reserve Radio 2, and City View Sportscast, Youngstown, Ohio.
We now return you to Phantoms Hockey on Western Reserve Radio and the voice of the Phantoms, Matt Lipsack.
Welcome back inside the UPMC Lemieux Sports Complex. 12 minutes left in the third. Phantoms lead 4-0. Offensive zone drop coming for Youngstown. That draw, however, controlled by the Storm, banked off the near window and down into the Youngstown end, but Thompson will be the first one to it. Spins it away from Jensen as he goes far corner, off the window and back out to center. Whitfield, little trouble with it, able to work it over to Madby, back out to center for Springer. Denied the line, and O'Leary will carry ahead. O'Leary, chip to the end wall. Cradle will play it far side, or it will be grabbed by Butkowski. Puck taken away by Whitfield. Got it to Jensen, off the window and out to center, where it's grabbed by Thompson. Drop back to Murphy. Back to Thompson. Off the kick plate. Couldn't find O'Leary. Stolen by the Storm. And nice hit at the line by Carter Murphy. They're calling him for a knee on a clean hip-to-hip check. Murphy with some words for referee Ross Beck, and whatever Carter said, I agree with. I'm looking across press row up here, and everybody, even the people not wearing Phantom colors, very confused by the call. Phantoms back to the kill. Rusinski to take the draw against Brown. He will win that draw. Puck pinballing around, however, is going to be controlled by the Storm. It's Jarvis. Center point for Leyland. Over to Pilgrim. Back to the line for Leyland. Turns, fires, off the post on the redirect. Loose puck into the circle, kept by Leyland. Leyland to Pilgrim. Left circle, Jarvis. Fed down into the corner for Jensen. Then Leyland, now back to Jarvis, top of the left circle. Toe drag shot, save, rebound, sent in front. Grabbed by Jack Hamilton and cleared down the length of the ice. Carrying ahead is Leyland. 1:05 left in the kill. Murin into the zone, being watched by Jack Wilson. Around the wall to Brown. Fun pass Jardine. And sent back around over to Jarvis, left point. Bumped to the boards by Hextall, but it came to Leyland. Leyland across Ozagani. Shot blocker saved by Trable. Behind the net. Brown tried to get it to Leyland in the left circle. Pass was out of his reach, and Jarvis will hustle back for it. 35 seconds left. On the kill for Youngstown, now 25. Matt Vieve dropped it back. Now over to Ozagani. Into the zone. Got past Morin. Pulls up in the right corner. Where he's watched by Jardine. Left the puck for Murin. 15 seconds left in the penalty. Across left point for Doms. Flicked across looking for Ozagani. Have to take it off the board. Send it up the wall to Murin. 5 seconds left in the penalty to Carter Murphy. Left point. Stepping in for a shot with Doms with a sliding block by Jack Hextall. And out of the box is Carter Murphy. Phantoms are back to 5 aside as Hextall plays it into the corner for Simpson. Had it poked off his stick and on net, and Trable had to kick that one out as it comes to Murin. Fed it back down low off of Ozagani. It comes to Simpson. Floated across to Wilson. Jack to the line for Jardine. And Evan will just flick it on the cage, bouncing shot, but Prale able to make the save. 8:40 left in the third. Phantoms lead 4-0. Into the zone comes Doms. His shot blocked. Rebound. Springer unable to corral it in time as it goes below the goal line. He will battle against Adams as the puck is fed up to the left point for Wise. He'll skate center, send it over to the right side for a one-timer by LaPointe that missed wide. Now back to Wise, center point. His shot blocked and ricocheted wide. Rebound at the side of the net, whacked off that side of the net by Springer. Up to the left point again. Wise spins away from Kaharchik. Fed it down low, trickled toward the cage. Adams looking for it, but instead decides to let his goaltender cover it. And there are whistles, there's pushing, there's shoving. Linesman in to separate all of it. 8:06 left in the third, and again, 4-0 Phantoms. Faceoff will be to the right of Trable. Phantoms and Storm 5 times this year. This is the first of 5 matchups. And this looks like it's promising to be physical. These two teams will also meet for the American Cup first week of December up in Rochester, New York, as Youngstown wins the draw, and redirecting it out to center is Sean Miller. I believe he got an assist on the Kaharchik goal. No, check that. He got an assist on the Bukowski goal. So first point in the USHL for Sean Miller as well tonight. Melker Moore in his first point in the USHL. He took the shot that led to the Kaharchik goal. Again, Cooper Simpson and Ryan Rusitsky both extending their scoring streaks. As Tri-City won the defensive zone draw, but their clearing attempt hit Malachi McKinnon. Rusitsky wins a puck battle along the wall, worked it to Miller, to Thompson, D to Murphy. Murphy into the slot. Rusitsky redirected it into the corner, gloved down by Miller. Rusitsky to it. Just out of his reach, worked up to the point, kept by Thompson. Braden flicked it to the end wall. Came to the side of the blue paint. McKinnon couldn't chip it home on a diving effort. Rebound around to the near side. Came to open ice. Pinballing around the high slot. McKinnon tried to keep it alive, but his pass for Rusitsky grabbed by Smith. Breaking into the zone, but on the near wall, Connor Brown unable to drag that foot. And offside are the Tri-City Storm. 7:17 left in the third. Phantoms looking to beat the Tri-City Storm for the second year in a row here at the UPMC Lemieux Sports Complex. Beat them in overtime last year. Kuzma Voronin with the game winner. Final 30 seconds of that one. as Youngstown ices the puck off the faceoff win. And if I remember that overtime correctly, Tri-City, I think, started on a power play and had the puck in the Youngstown zone for almost the first full 4 minutes of that overtime. The only time Youngstown possessed the puck in that overtime, they were able to score the game-winning goal. Boucher wins the draw to Franks, banked it off the board, trying to get past Matt Vieve, couldn't do it, as Leyland went sprawling. Puck came to Ozagani. His shot redirected by Vini. Out of play. 6:48 left in the third. Face off to the right of Trable. Boucher to take the draw against Pilgrim. Phantoms attacking right to left here in the third period, as Boucher wins the draw cleanly to Warren in the quarter. Melker off the dasher out to center. Looking for that puck is Orlowski, but it rolled to Leyland. Played it up to Mirren. Back to Leyland. Bumped off the puck in the neutral zone as it rolls down to Vini. Sauced out to center for Orlowski and sticked ahead to Franks. Ryan got past Mirren. Caught up to it in the left corner, but then bumped off the puck by Matt Vieve. However, it rolled to Boucher. Off of Orlowski, who got tripped going for the puck. And Youngstown will head to the power play. Great work by Orlowski, keeping the feet moving. Time of the penalty, 13:30. Face off to the left of Michael Pradle. Tri-City with control. They will whip it around the kick plate and out to center. Down the ice it goes. Brecken Smith battling with McKinnon, and Smith got there first, sending it around far side. Got run into by Hextall, and then McKinnon knocked him off the puck. It's Hextall with it. And Jack will send it far side to Simpson. Cooper. Red line in blue into the zone. Had the puck roll just out of his reach and cleared down the ice by Smith. He'll head to the bench as Trable sets it up for McKinnon. Malachi into the zone for Hextall. 1:15 left on the power play. Across to Jardine. To Hextall. Whipped across, looking for Simpson in the right circle. Stolen and carried ahead by the Storm. Helm gave it up to Springer, got the shot away, but a glove save by Tobias Trable. Face off to the right of Trable after the shorthanded save. 1:01 left on the power play for Youngstown. Phantoms do have a power play goal in this game that came off the stick of Jack Hextall. It's Kuharczyk at center, has it stolen by Springer, forced back into the Phantoms' end. Wilson, however, bumps it to Murphy, and now Kuharczyk with it. Kuharczyk into the zone. Made a move toward the cage. Tried to bank it in off of Pradle. It wouldn't go. Puck loose in the slot. Bukowski couldn't get it to settle. And Tri-City will get the clear. Trable out to the hashes to play it to Murphy. Carter around the cage to the near side. Now enters the neutral zone. Carter picking up speed into the TCN. Floats it across to Bukowski. He'll play it to the right corner. O'Leary there. Then to Wilson at the right half. Back center point for Murphy. Back to Wilson. Far side. Murphy center point. Over to Kuharczyk. 5 seconds left in the power play. Murphy shot. Hit a man in the slot. Bukowski tried to backhand it blindly toward the cage as Tri-City will get the clear. And they're going to be guilty of an ice as the clear happened after the man was out of the box. So Phantoms unsuccessful on that power play. I think they're 1 for 5, 1 for 6 on the night, somewhere in that area. Don't want to touch my phone. That's what's keeping us on Western Reserve Radio right now. Shout out to Dave Ferris back in the studio, pushing all the buttons, keeping things flowing wonderfully. Face-off will be to the left of Cradle. We have 4:25 left in the third. Phantoms lead 4-0. Storm trying to figure out who's supposed to be on the ice. All right, now they've got the correct 5 out there. As Boucher wins the draw, the faceoff goes on the net, and Cradle will stick it to the left wing corner. Puck into the slot. Frank's trying to hold his own, couldn't do so as it's Doms through center, worked it ahead to Bloomer. Over to LaPointe. His shot from the right circle. Answered by Tobias Trable. .410 left in the third, 4-0 Youngstown. Face off to the left of Trable. Boucher to take the draw against Doms. Doms controls the draw, but couldn't step through Adams. Puck pinballing around the top of the circles. Finally gets back to Doms. Somebody has a broken stick out there. That's Franks as a shot from the top of the left circle goes wide. Puck to the point, up to the line. Send it to the back door, trying to redirect it home. I believe it was Ozagani. That wouldn't go. Puck played to the line. Boucher helps it out to center. Then pushes it across the red line as Boucher kind of got popped maybe in the throat there. Goes to the bench in a little discomfort. Being looked at by Amber Martinelli. Ozagani in the right corner. Threw it into the slot, and that's grabbed by Rusinski. Worked ahead to Orlowski. Jesse into the zone. Had the puck roll off his twig. Grabbed by Murin. Worked around to Leyland. Puck missed its intended target at the line. That was Bloomer. Rolled to Vini. D-to-D over to Thompson. Chipped ahead to the line. Glove down by Leyland. Retreats into his own end. Trades it off to Roloff. Roloff behind him to Smith. Back into the corner. Roloff to it. Rusinski grabs the puck out of the scrum, immediately bodied up by Springer, but able to float it ahead for O'Leary. Work to Thompson, the defenseman, gain the red line, back to O'Leary. Kyle, shot, ripped it wide to the cage from the inside edge of the right circle. Out to center, went the rebound. McKinnon dropped it back for Morin, D-to-D to Wilson. Back to Morin, little bobble as it hit the heel of his stick. 2:30 left in the third, 4-0 Youngstown. Wilson delays, sends it to the TC line for O'Leary. Tried to feed McKinnon, cutting down the middle, it wouldn't go. Whitfield to the puck. Sent it up the middle, kept to the line by Wilson. Fed left point for Morin. Faked the shot, back across to Wilson, far side. Wilson shot, Cradle save, rebound, poke to the corner. Whitfield there for Tri-City, worked it up the wall. Not kept at the point by Wilson. Tried to use the right foot, couldn't keep it in the zone. Morin to McKinnon to Jardine. Jardine toward the net. Cradle made the save and then jumped on the rebound as Bodie Wise took Jardine all the way to the end wall. Linesman in to separate them. 1:59 left in the third. Linesman finally getting things sorted out here. Face off to the left of Cradle. Won by the Storm. Lifted it to the line, kept by Simpson. Simpson across. Rusinski one timer, he scores! Boom, shaka-laka-laka boom. Ryan Rusinski lights the lamp. And Youngstown leads 5-0. Time of the goal, 18:06. Beautiful face-off play by the Phantoms. And Rusinski opened up for the one-timer, and that is a 4-point night for Cooper Simpson. You know, Coach Ward said to me earlier today, hey, make sure you interview the player of the game. And I got to tell you, that's going to be Cooper Simpson. Not to discount the effort by Tobias Trebel in the crease, but Cooper Simpson having himself a whale of a night against his former team. As it's Miller in his own end, off the window and out to center. Bukowski skating into it, has a 2-on-1 with O'Leary. Bukowski, left circle, toe drag, shot, just missed the cage. Beautiful move by Matty. He has it back. Another toe drag around a man. Bukowski still with it. Floated a changeup to the crease where it's gloved and held by Cradle. .125 left in the third. As Bukowski wins the draw to Miller. To Murphy. Down the wall shot. Cradle save. Rebound to Bukowski. Matty to the far corner. Up to the point to Adams. Turns. Fires. Just went wide of the net. Rebound came off the end wall to Matveev. 1:05 left in regulation. Phantoms lead 5-0. Leyland, red line, and then fired into the zone. Came around the dasher to the far side. Back to the point for a shot. Sticked away easily by Trebel. Label to the rebound. Got on net. Puck pinballing around the slot. And O'Leary able to skate it out of danger. Got it to Miller, then back to O'Leary. Forced it as far as the TC zone while his line mates changed behind him with 35 seconds left in regulation. Boucher knocked his man off the puck. Owen got it back deep. Franks had it poked away from him. It rolls up the wall where it's grabbed by Ernwine. Back to the point for a shot by Vini that is gloved and held by Pradle. Face-off will be to the right of Pradle. And 17.3 left in the frame as Tri-City wins the draw. Orlowski trying to slow things down in the corners. He tangles with LaPointe. Came free of the scrum as Boucher tried to work it to Orlowski. Wouldn't go. Carried out to center by Smith. Sent across and into the zone comes Roloff. Puck taken away by Boucher. And the UPMC Lemieux Sports Complex is closed for business. Youngstown with the 5-0 shutout win. 29 saves for Tobias Trebel in his first USHL game. Earns his first USHL shutout. We will keep it right here for the postgame show. Phantoms got on the board at the 16:34 mark of the first period off the stick of Cooper Simpson. Highlight reel goal. Ryan Rusinski and Jack Hamilton with the assist. Phantoms led 1-0 at the end of one. Only goal of the second period belonged to Youngstown. It was a power play goal for Jack Hextall. Cooper Simpson and Malachi McKinnon with the helpers. First point in the USHL for McKinnon. 1:59 to the third, Matusz Kucharczyk made it 3-0. His first goal in the USHL, first point in the USHL for Melker Morin had the primary assist. And then Cooper Simpson also with the helper on the play. 2:50 of the third, Matty Bukowski, his first of the season. Sean Miller and Kyle O'Leary both get their first points in the USHL with the helpers. And then at 18:06, it's Ryan Rusinski, his first of the season. Cooper Simpson with the assist to cap off a 1-goal, 3-assist night. And what a Youngstown debut for Cooper Simpson. And to answer the question of Dan Conley, yes, the Youngstown Phantoms they've had a home opener that was a shutout, but the Youngstown Phantoms have never had a season opener that was a shutout like they did tonight. Tobias Trebel with the 29 save shutout. Again, we did have an unsuccessful penalty shot. That was Lincoln Helm at 17:42 of the second period. Tobias Trey will stop 29 out of 29. Michael Cradle stopped 21 out of 26. Phantom power play 1 for 4. Tri-City power play 0 for 6. Phantom's going to take on the Cedar Rapids Rough Riders right here on Rink 2 tomorrow. Puck drops at 7 as long as everything is running on schedule. Pre-game show will be 6:45 here on Western Reserve Radio and Flow Hockey. Phantoms will then take to the road, and then the home opener is October the 10th against the Cedar Rapids Rough Riders. For my engineer back in Struthers, Dave Ferris and Brendan Miller, keeping things up to date on social media for you. I am Matt Lipsack, the voice of the Youngstown Phantoms. Thank you for tuning in tonight, everybody. One more time, your final score, Youngstown 5 and Tri-City nothing. We will see you here at UPMC Lemieux for tomorrow's game against Cedar Rapids. Sound out, fade to black.
We thank you for joining us for this special presentation of the iMedia One Network, and we now return you to your regularly scheduled programming.
The stations that always keep you in the zone.
I love it.
It's awesome.
Western Reserve Radio, Western Reserve Radio 2, and City View Sportscast, Youngstown, Ohio.